We live. We live. All right. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm gonna wait for all of it to like load up. It's always a little bit. There we go. See, gotta make sure everything's there. Gotta make sure everything looks good. Yeah. A little bit of lag. A little bit of lag on that, but yeah. Woo! All right, what's going on, guys? Hello and welcome. I am Brett J. Rasmussen. This is the Brotherhood of Geeks live stream of the EA Play. So EA, instead of being at the E3 press conference that is going to be starting up tomorrow on Sunday, they instead are going to be at their own building doing pretty much half-hour live streams about 5 different games. And the first one we're starting off with is going to be Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is probably the one game that I'm looking forward to. I'm very much I'm looking forward to it because of who's behind it. Respawn's doing it. Stig Asmussen is the game director. He was the game director for God of War 3, which I love God of War 3. So I do look forward to this game because of the repertoire behind it. But I've been burned by EA when it comes to Battlefront 1 and 2. So I do look forward to seeing how this will turn out. Ooh, I'm going to go ahead and fix myself. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Just gotta get closer. Gotta be up against the mic. Ooh, there we go. Ah, yeah. All right. So we're just about a minute away from it beginning. Maybe a minute and a half. Let me take care of this. But yeah, so this is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is going to pretty much be a single player narrative-driven game with no microtransactions, no multiplayer, none of that. So which I honestly that's another reason why I'm looking forward to that, because I've been waiting for a single player Star Wars game. And that's what I want. If this game is... Ooh. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead. There we go. Love Greg Miller. Greg Miller's great.
But anyways, we've got a ton of gameplay for you. Apex Legends is bringing a new weapon, a new mode, a new battle pass, and even a new legend. Battlefield 5 has tons of maps to show off, plus some surprises. FIFA 20 has a brand new way to play, plus a bunch of game updates you've been shouting for. Madden 20's got gameplay-packed deep dives into all new features, including those awesome new X-Factor abilities. And The Sims is unveiling a never-before-seen pack, along with a few new surprises. And, of course, in just a few moments, I'll be kicking things off with the latest on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, including 15 minutes of world premiere, never-before-seen, first-look exclusive gameplay.
Good, that's what I want. That is what I need. All right, so here we go. Just gonna quickly just double check. All right, good. I just want to make sure. Oh, this looks great. There we go. All right, let's see this. All right. Oh, good setup. It looks like kind of like a festival, like Summerfest or Warp Tour. I love it.
What's up, my fellow Jedi? I'm Greg Miller, and today we're talking Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We've been waiting you know what? We're talking about Star Wars. Yes.
There you go. Yeah, we talk about Star Wars. There we go.
I can't believe it. Can you believe it, LA?
Yeah.
Finally here to help us get things started. We've got the head of Respawn, Vince Zampella, and the director of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Stig Asmussen. Everybody give it
Yes, Stig Asmussen. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Sorry, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Give me a second. Just going to...
What a great welcome. How are you
There we go.
right now? No pressure. You're just about to announce maybe one of the biggest, if not the biggest, games of your lives.
I'm gonna let Stig answer this one.
You're supposed to answer this one.
Off script.
So off.
Oh yeah, we're totally off script. They gave me cards. That was the dumb
officially off
idea.
script.
That was the stupid idea. Good stuff.
So awesome to be here. It's EA Play, it's E3, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really get any bigger than that.
Yeah, this is something that Stig and I have been envisioning for years to see it come to life and be able to show you guys 15 minutes of
Good.
gameplay today.
15 minutes. Straight up and down. That's what I want. That's what I've been looking for. That's what I need.
All right. So everybody's anxious to see what this 15 minutes is going to be.
Yeah.
For somebody watching right now who's just a FIFA fan, they don't know anything. What is happening? What is this game all about, Vince?
This is a single-player action-adventure game set.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I want.
Set post-Order 66 after the events in Episode 3, when all the Jedi were hunted down. Well, not all. When the Jedi were hunted down.
When the Jedi were hunted down. There you go.
Stig, that's the nutshell of the entire game. What are we about to see? Where are we at in the game right now for context?
Okay, so Cal's, like, this takes place maybe about 3 hours into the game.
Okay.
So Cal's built himself up. He's not a lowly Padawan anymore, but he's not a full Jedi yet.
Okay.
Like Vince said, this is unedited. We had one of our star players, Blair, over there.
There you go.
This is an expert playthrough.
Okay.
So we're going to see some really cool stuff.
He practiced a few times.
Okay.
2 or 3, Blair? 2 or 3?
2 or 3 dozen.
2 or 3 dozen. Jesus.
Okay.
the Wookiee planet.
Of course.
And Cal's on a mission to restart the Jedi Order, and it takes him here to Kashyyyk. And the Wookiees have been enslaved by the Empire, who's basically siphoning the planet for all its resources to build up the Imperial war machine.
Got it. All right, so I brought up my phone, not to be rude, of course. It wouldn't be Greg Miller if I didn't look at the Twitch chat. And yeah, they are all through with us talking. They'd like to see the game. We've gone on long enough. We're not going to drone.
Let's do it.
Vince,
Well, let's roll.
would you like to kick it off?
Let's go. Oh, yeah. So this is being played on the Xbox, which, of course, this is great. This is good. I like this. Start journey. So this is, oh, this is in alpha? All right, well. There you go. Yeah, there's that wall running from freaking Titanfall. I like that.
Imperial sap refinery lies dead ahead.
What does the Empire want with tree sap?
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand production.
We have to stop them.
That's the plan. We don't know their end game, but they spread themselves too thin. This map we recovered proves it.
So that's his like little droid.
These refineries double as brutal prison camps. We use those cutters to create a distraction, while you take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Watch yourself in there.
You hear them? City needs my help. Well,
There you go. His droid just like chills on his back. I like that. That's rad. Oh, that's cool. So that's like how you pull up your map and everything. That's really cool. I like that because it shows like where you are and it kind of. Oh, that's really cool. It's a hologram of like your map. I like that. Oh, that's really rad. I like that. Like you pull out, activate your lightsaber and use it as an actual light. I mean, man, I will say when EA, when it comes to games made by EA, they definitely do look gorgeous graphically. I believe this is made on the Unreal Engine. Oh no, because I know this isn't Frostbite. Yeah, I think they said it was Unreal at Star Wars Celebration back in May, on May the 4th. Alright, now we're going to see combat. You can reflect. Alright, you can go ahead and reflect. Ooh, there you go. I like that. Oh, you have like force time. You can like just like slow down time. That's pretty cool. Oh, cool. Cool. Nice. Oh, it is kind of like it's not just like, oh, I'm fighting a horde of enemies. You can actually target singular enemies and you can pretty much fight them almost like For Honor style. And it looks like there's more to the combat than just like swinging your lightsaber. There is like blocking that has to be done. That's really nice. That's really good. Ooh. Ooh! So we got to get through here. Gonna shimmy on down.
They're coming through the wall.
Yeah, we can go ahead and slow down time.
Sure you want to plug into this thing? Okay.
Oh, that's nice. I like it that there's like, you know, it's puzzle platforming in a normal action adventure game. Freaking love Cameron Monaghan. There you go. Cameron Monaghan is the guy who's playing Cal. One of my favorite, one of the shows that I absolutely enjoyed was Gotham, and he was fantastic as Jeremiah Valeska, or like the Joker in it. It's great. This is great. And like this gameplay that we're being shown is pretty much what I needed to see in order for me to kind of debate if I wanted to get behind this game or not. And this is looking really promising. Keep getting these skill points. I wonder what you use them for. Well, I mean, like, they're to level up, but, like, what powers? Like, what can you get using those skill points? That's what I would like to know.
Patrol the base. Got another breach down here. Some kind of webbing. Hey, who's that?
Huh. Whoa, hello. There we go. Really like the whole force time, or you know, where you pretty much slow down time and you're able to like move through everything. That's really cool. I love it that they kept like the Titanfall like wall running and everything. Oh, so cool. I like that.
At least we have the high ground. What was that? Cover 7 is active. Reporting the line.
Because I remember, like, when last year at E3, when Respawn said they were doing when they were making a Star Wars game, I'm like, how do you even do that? I don't even know how Respawn would do it, because Respawn has been doing pretty much multiplayer games with Titanfall 1, Titanfall 2, and now in Apex. So when they said last year they were doing a Star Wars game, oh, that's cool. He slowed down time, so the bullet from one of the guys that was coming at him slowed down time, and then he pulled the dude towards him, and then pretty much had that shot hit him. That's really cool.
The Jedi will be here any minute. And our reinforcements in retreat. Good. Sir?
Sneaky, sneaky, stealth, sneaky. Just push him off the side. Oh, and you have a different bar for, like, your defense when you want to block. You can't, like, block forever. And then, of course, you have your force bar. I freaking love that move. Just force pulling a dude and then just stabbing them with your lightsaber. I love doing that. I even love doing that in freaking Force Unleashed. Ooh. There we go. There we go.
Need to slice this. Guards.
Jeez. Whoa. Okay. Okay. I like it that they showed off the. This was definitely more of the combat. This is good. That was pretty good.
What I wanted, the little boy. Guys, congratulations. That looks pretty awesome.
That does look pretty awesome.
And I know we're short on time as always. I want to point out though, in the Twitch chat, Gwyn96 says that's freaking cool, but he didn't use frickin'. How does it feel to, I think, deliver, right? Like, you guys liked it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a lot of people who liked it. Like, what does that feel like to finally show this game?
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team, Stig and his team have done an amazing job. They've put so much of themselves into this game. To be able to be involved in something like this is just, dream come true.
Yeah.
Agreed. Huge shout out to the team.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody who busted the butts on the demo, but also the whole game. The whole game is coming together right now. So it's an amazing feeling. I'm just so proud to be up here, and I hope that Star Wars fans understand that we're really doing our best to try to honor the brand.
I mean,
Yeah.
Go clap. No, I'm gonna stop you.
Yeah, come on. There you go. Yeah.
Platform. I think that's pretty evident from it. And I like when we introed, you guys were talking about the fact that this is a skilled person playing it, right? We all see it. We think it looks awesome. What are we missing by not having our hands on the controllers? Like, what do lightsabers feel like?
I mean, it's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Because it looks like it's got weight to it, and throwing it and catching it, right? Like, that's the impact I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really satisfying. I mean, the game itself, it's thoughtful combat, as Stig likes to call it. It's
Yeah. See, I think that's what combat has become in the current gen.
Give out autographs after this panel.
So you can block, parry, deflect. Like,
Yeah.
we want the combat to feel really good for people to go in and be able to be part of that and size up the enemies when things feel right. It feels really good.
Yeah, it's also about the enemy arrangements as well, like what enemies we're putting you up against, and how you go in and use your tools to take them down. But it's not just lightsabers; it's the Force as well.
Sure. Well, that's part of this. You were talking to me last night about it, right? This thoughtful combat, and the idea that when I watched the demo initially, my thought was, oh, these are canned animations, right? I'm doing a force grab and stabbing the guy, and that's all I hit R1 and that happened. That's not that way.
No, it's all freeform.
So like you can go back in and replay things and do it differently, or you and I would have different plays.
Absolutely, and actually the enemies react to each other in different ways. You saw the flame troopers fighting against the spiders. You could sit as bystander and just kind of watch that fight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get any skill points if you do that.
True.
It's not fun either. It's fun to watch sometimes, but
It is.
it's a lot more fun to play.
You talk about the skill points. Are those going into the force abilities?
Yeah, so we're going to have the classic abilities. We're going to have push, pull. We've got what we call force flip, which is essentially double jump,
Nice.
which is nice because that's something that makes sense in Star Wars, a Jedi actually doing a double jump. But we have one unique expression of the Force that you saw in there, which is slow, which is a little bit of the glue.
Yeah, which is slow.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. I think I thought you couldn't top my favorite moment in the demo, right? Where you come around the corner, grab the stormtrooper, force pull the stormtrooper, stab him, but when you force pull the stormtrooper and walked him into the bolt.
That was great. I really liked that.
That's one of my favorite. I think the first time I saw that, I freaked out a little.
No, you actually said it better be in the demo.
Well, you
Like,
did.
that was rad.
Tell me about the enemies we are seeing there, right? Because that's one of those things I feel like we're talking a lot about, seeing things a lot about, is we're running through the environment. You had different things. You had your normal stormtroopers. You had non-normal stormtroopers.
Yeah, and this is just a small portion of the game, by the way. So there's a lot more that we haven't
You're
shown.
saying that
but
isn't the entire game?
That is not.
Wow.
No.
Right.
No.
But we got our classic stormtroopers. We've got the
Yep.
scout troopers who you saw equipped with kind of melee charged weapon. We've got the flame troopers.
Yep.
We also have the purge troopers, whose task is to basically hunt Jedi.
Yeah.
Soften them up before the Inquisitors come in.
And like we're seeing right here, right? Like this bad.
That's the
MF
purge trooper.
That's the-
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. Like so
New that the team created.
in.
Yeah.
There you go. Adding to the Star Wars lore. Why we're pointing at one guy? Did he create it? Just that one man did?
Just the one dude?
Team effort. You led the charge.
Jordan did the concept.
Good job, Jordan.
Yeah, there you go. Good job, man. Yeah. It looks rad. It looks really cool.
And you have these new stormtroopers. You have your fire troopers. You have one of my favorite droids of all time coming back,
The KX.
and then making me fight him.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't want to.
I don't want to fight him.
Trust me, you do.
I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, then talk about the other star of this 15-minute demo, right? The new droid, BD1.
Here he is right there.
Go BD1. BD1's in the audience.
BD1! Yo!
Thank you, BD1.
Thank you, BD1.
He's adorable.
Oh, he's so fucking cute.
I immediately want him as a backpack. So
Yes, I would.
Talking maybe in the licensing department. That's
All right.
I would.
We can make
What
it
does he
happen.
do in the game, right? Excuse me, we're hosting a panel.
Yo, hey, man.
Keep it down over there. What are the traits? What are we using as? Is he just flair? Am I using him for different
Well,
things?
like story-wise, he's Cal's companion. He's
Yeah.
Explorer droid, which is perfect because Cal's on this mission
Sure.
for survival that's taken him to all these savage planets. BD sounds for Buddy Droid 1, which is
Oh.
That's Respawn. That's
Yeah, I
Respawn.
mean,
Yeah.
I didn't notice the wall running either. I'm like, well, yeah, Respawn
yeah.
made this game.
Yeah, Respawn Super made this game.
but the name ended up sticking.
Yeah.
So, one of the cool factoids is his voice is authored by the legendary Ben Burtt.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
He did all the main sound designer in the original trilogy and
Yeah.
beyond. But he can hack doors, computers, as we saw in there.
Just scan some stuff there.
Yep.
Open
Scan the
doors.
environment for like environmental storytelling, learn more lore about the planet.
I saw him shooting out health packs. Is
Yep.
that a canned animation after a fight? Is it a button I'm hitting?
It's player input.
Okay.
Whenever
Like
they
cool
want,
down on it?
whenever they want, he will eject the stim pack.
Okay.
There's a limited amount. You
Okay.
can find more over the course of the game, and you're actually in that moment. You're defenseless, so you got to choose wisely when you're going to do it.
Okay. We've seen the gameplay. Without spoiling stuff for me, what's going on in the story? Like,
Yeah.
Obviously, Cal. Yeah, I thought he was going to be way weaker as a Jedi. You know, just tell me the whole story. What? Stig, how's it go? What's the ending?
Well,
Actually, you know what? Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
I can't say.
But that's not a no.
Not a no.
Watto 2019. I'll be retweeting them all after this panel. Thank you very much.
There you go.
What's going on in the story
Thank you.
outside of Watto should be in it?
Well, story's a really big deal to us. We created this with Lucasfilm. We got to keep a really tight lip on it. So I
Thanks.
can't. I don't really
Great
want to
panel.
go
It's
into
over.
too
Everybody
far.
go home.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, the story's
Gotta save
good.
it.
Okay. I know one of the things a lot of people have been asking, right? I put up stuff on Instagram saying, hey, give me questions. Community wanted to know, this is Star Wars canon, right? You said-
Totally canon.
Okay.
Totally legit.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a real Cal's a real character.
Yeah.
You saw Guerrera in there. He's
Yep.
Obviously part of the Star Wars universe. Seer, Cal's mentor.
Yeah.
They're all gonna live in other places.
Okay, that's great. Vince, how's that feel? No pressure.
It feels great.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean,
Nice.
We have,
You act like it's so
first
nonchalant.
It's whatever. Oh, it's cool, man.
Like I said, I'm just like shocked to be up here. I'm like,
I know, it's a big deal to work with me, but it's okay. It'll be
There you go. Yeah.
We've been talking about this for like 10 years.
yeah.
The other big community question I've seen a lot is, it's a Star Wars game, and Star Wars games in the past have allowed us to go light or dark. Is that a choice here?
No,
Okay, well.
Yeah. Hard no. Just nope.
because.
Reasons.
No, I think it goes back to the fact that Cal's authentic,
Yeah.
and he has to fill a certain role so he can be used in other places.
Yeah, this is a Jedi story.
Well, that's the thing I appreciate the most, that you guys are coming in and telling a story, right? Like, I think that's why so many of us are excited for it, is the idea that this is a Star Wars story, that you guys have something to tell, something to say.
Yep.
A lot of walls to run on.
That too.
Vince and Stig, anything you want to say to the fans before we let you go?
I mean, just thanks for the support. The energy here is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
We're
Fantastic.
Greg's showing us
Thanks
some
for coming
stuff
out.
online. Like everyone's reaction is fantastic.
Amazing moment.
The team, badass. Thank you guys.
Hey, go team.
All your hard work.
There you go.
Now we just have to finish. Can't wait to bring it to you guys.
Yep.
There's so much more that you haven't seen yet. I can't wait to show you.
Believe it or not, there's so much more. There is more at the Microsoft conference tomorrow.
That's right.
Vince, Steak, thank you so much for coming out.
Go, all right. So they're going to show more at Microsoft. Good.
For those of you here at EA Play, the Respawn team has brought even more gameplay for you to check out over in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Theater. And for those of you at home,
Extended.
I was about to do a bit. For those of you at home, you will stay tuned for Apex Legends.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for.
There you go, Greg Miller.
Thank you for the yeah. I was like, that's the corniest joke I put in this thing. No one's gonna laugh. Everybody, I'm Greg Miller. Thanks everybody for watching. We got more EA Play for you now.
Nice. That was so. I definitely did like that. I just want to quickly check something before we move on. I just want to go ahead and make sure that we're all good going. Ooh, we're gonna fix that right now.
Engaged, although that's actually a lie. It was engaged about 3 days ago. Anyway, so big thanks to Vince and Steve for sharing that exciting deep dive into Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We're all a little bit too excited here, I'm not going to lie. I'm Julia Hardy, and a little later on, Adam Freeman and I will be bringing you news on Battlefield 5. Yeah?
Want to fix that. Just want to make sure everything looks nice. There we go.
Gamers getting their hands on all kinds of exclusives. There's a lot to look forward to, starting with our next show, Apex Legends. So Alex Goldenboy Mendez is bringing you the hottest news on Apex Legends Season 2. We've got info on a new weapon, new battle pass, new mode, and a reveal of the 10th legend. Stay tuned because Apex Legends is moments away.
So this is really nice. Like you can pick and choose what you want to watch. Now, for me, I'm going to be actually covering all of this. I'm going to go through Apex, Battlefield 5, FIFA 20, Madden 20, and Sims 4. Ooh, it'll be very interesting when we get to the sports games, because that is not my cup of tea. But with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, with the games, with what they showed, really that was more showing off the combat of Jedi Fallen Order, and really, that's what I needed to see. I need to see that, and I will say I wish I got to see more story, but I think that's what we're going to be seeing at Microsoft's conference. So, are they doing separate things? Let's see. I'm not entirely sure what we got going on here. Let's see. All right, let me make sure everything we got over here is nice and kosher. Let's see. I apologize. We're doing this live. So let's see. They might be doing separate streams for this. So let's see. Here's EA Play live stream. All right. So So here's like the whole singular one.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to EA Play 2019, and I'm so excited to talk about Apex Legends here at EA Play. I'm professional esports commentator Alex Goldenboy Mendez. Now, everyone at Respawn has been working diligently at making Apex Legends the best Battle Royale game out there. We've got some big updates. That's right. I like that. I like that, baby. Bring that energy. We got some exciting details to share on Apex Legends Season 2, including a brand new weapon, a new mode, an improvise, you hear me? I'm improvising. An improved battle pass, a reveal of the 10th legend coming to the arena.
See, that's what everyone's excited about. They're like, ooh, new legend.
Dropship, dive right into the hot zone. Take it away, Jay.
Thanks, Golden Boy. I'm Respawn's community manager, Jay Frechette, and as you can see, we've brought Kings Canyon to life right here at EA Play. We've even got all 9 current legends here.
Look at these cosplayers.
And some of the Season 2 updates that you've been clamoring for. We're going to introduce you to our newest legend after the show, but for those of you at home, don't miss your chance to jump into our Legendary Hunt event. Check it out.
I will say for me, Apex Legends is the one battle royale game that I will get into. I can get behind.
The Legendary Hunt has begun. Legends can compete to enter an all-new Apex Elite queue, Complete challenges for exclusive cosmetics.
I could do this all day.
Earn XP and Battle Pass boosts. And find all new exclusive skins in the in-game store.
Only the strong will winner and slaughter.
For a limited time, legends who place in the top 5 of any match will earn the right to join the Apex Elite Queue.
Huh.
I need some help over here.
Solid copy. There, they will have the opportunity to test their skills. Need some ammo against the most talented legends in the game.
One more. The legend's true test is from within.
Additionally, legends can complete legendary hunt challenges to earn rewards, like the epic Master of the Hunt Bloodhound, the Wolfpack G7,
Not your day. I won this one.
and hunt down 2 wins to score the exclusive legendary Tamed Beast triple take.
That gun looks rad. That gun looks really cool.
Opening fire. Got him. During the event, all Battle Pass owners will receive the free legendary Honored Prey R301. Hit level 15 on your Battle Pass, and you'll also earn the legendary Night Terror Wraith.
You know what I look like. Come find me.
Every day, legends can also earn an entire Battle Pass level for your first top 5 finish of the day.
Thank you for the fun fight.
And we're doubling down with our first ever Double XP weekend.
Oh, there you go.
From June 7th to June 9th.
E3 weekend. There you go.
Your base and Battle Pass progression.
Our destiny has led us to this moment.
Throughout the event, be sure to keep an eye on the rotating store for new exclusive legendary hunt cosmetics.
The sky has opened and gifted the day.
Squad up and drop in, as the legendary hunt won't last forever. Good luck, legends.
Let the hunt begin.
Apex Season 1.
That's right, until June 18th, you can jump into the Legendary Hunt, our limited time event that features the debut of our Elite Queue, exclusive challenges you can unlock, and some killer skins and more. Also, this weekend is Double XP weekend, so there's lots of great reasons to jump in. The community really brought it since this event launched, and it's awesome to see the best duke it out. Back to you, Golden Boy.
Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you, Jay, for that. Appreciate it. All right. That was Season 1. Who's ready to talk about Season 2?
Hey, see, that's what everyone's excited for.
Hey, listen, I play this game every day. It's one of my favorites, and I did this like right before the show started. That's how much I play this game. And I'm going to jump back in when we finish up. But first, I do want to talk about Season 2. We've got the first details here, and joining me, we got Drew McCoy in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Drew, we've been so patient for that beautiful, beautiful content.
Yes.
What do you have for us today?
Well, it's coming.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Content is coming.
It's
Confirmed.
coming.
You've heard it here first.
So, Season 2, it's coming July 2nd, and it's called Battle Charge.
All
Battle
right,
Charge.
So Battle Charge will be coming out. What can we expect, though, when this new season drops?
Yeah, so as we announced when we launched the game, we're taking a seasonal approach. So we're trying to cram as much into the launch of Season 2 as possible with some other stuff along the way. But what you can expect from the launch is a new legend, a new weapon, a new way to play the game.
Okay.
Ooh.
Perhaps a map event. And a lot of this has been done through a lot of the feedback from community. We're also changing up some of the meta balance of weapons to try and buff up some of the weaker weapons and bring a lot of cool stuff in the game.
Okay. All right. It's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot. We're
Good.
going to talk about a good portion of it here, but let's talk about that sweet new content because Season 2 is bringing a new weapon to the fight, and today we're excited to show it to you. So let's just go ahead, roll the clip.
Show it.
He's like, go, just do the thing, go.
They usually carry rare platforms. Elstar here. I am taking fire, friends. I bathe in the blue.
Whoa. So what? You can run faster. You can see everything.
Meets your end. I need help. Good job, me. A new season. Strong work.
The L-Star. It's a plasma-fueled EMG. It's a gold weapon.
Frag out.
Guessing that's like high rarity?
Making contact with enemy.
Ooh.
Accept it, I'm here. You're not.
There you have it. The
Nice.
All-Star, man. I remember getting slapped by this gun in Titanfall 2. So pretty excited to see this one make it.
Oh,
into the
nice.
arena.
It's a Titanfall 2
Seems
gun.
Really powerful. So tell me more about its place in the entire weapon loadout for Apex Legends.
Yeah, so the L-Star's new. It's coming. Launch of Season 2. It's actually a care package weapon because it's so OP. It's just amazing. But
said that out front.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like the master for the Kraber. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And being a care package weapon, it doesn't use any of the existing ammo on the ground, so whatever you get with it is what you got.
I also noticed too, it shattered through doors.
Yeah, it can open doors.
So like melees, grenades, and now
the L-Star.
Wow. Okay, so that is pretty sizable. Now, what other changes are going to be coming to weapons? Because and this may seem very nerdy, but I'm a huge fan of hop-ups. I'm all about Prowler with my switch fire. That's my jam.
Yeah.
What are you bringing me?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's going to be some meta changes to the weapons. We're trying to bring up some of the weaker weapons. And then, there are 2 new hop-ups coming. Not really going to say what they are yet. You guys got to wait for Season 2. But there is a chance that maybe a memeable weapon named after an African country is usable.
Is usable?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just called Africa?
All right, perhaps.
Does it play Toto's Africa? Because if it does, I'm in.
That's going to be a reality. All right, cool. So we're starting out hot with that L-Star light machine gun. We also have the Battle Pass. And, you know, when you guys first spoke about the Battle Pass, you said that it was a learning experience. What's different this time around for Season 2?
Yeah.
So we've been listening to community a lot. Season 1 didn't quite launch as well as we were hoping.
Nope. Because the Battle Pass was...
It was fairly underwhelming for players, so we've been taking that in. We've been getting all sorts of data from people buying skins to what they equip on their characters or weapons. And so we've taken this learning and put it into Season 2 Battle Pass. So first off the bat, it's challenge-based now instead of essentially time-based. So you'll get daily and weekly challenges, and they stack if you don't play for a while. So you can come back after a month and try and knock them all out on a weekend and level up really quick. Ultimately, this does mean leveling to level 100 is a lot quicker than in Season 1.
Nice.
We're also getting rid of all the badges and stat trackers, taking up space throughout the leveling process. And we are inserting 3 entirely new content types into the Battle Pass, which we will talk about later. And there's a lot more skins in it, and there's going to be enough crafting medals by the time you hit level 100 to craft your very own legendary of your choosing.
All right.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice. That's good. That's good. Because for online games like this, you need to be extremely generous with that kind of
Talking
stuff.
about Apex, it's got some pretty sick skins. What skins do you have for me today?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I think our skin game is being upped pretty significantly. You can see that with the Wraith skin specifically from the Legendary Hunt event. But we got 4 legendary skins in the Battle Pass. So we have 2 character and 2 weapon. So for Caustic, he's got the Prince of Darkness skin. And for...
Ooh, that looks nice.
Tiger. I think you can see there's Prince of Darkness right there.
Ooh, that looks rad.
There is a skin for the Spitfire called the Intimidator. R301 is getting...
that looks so very...
So the Iron Rampage at level 100.
I like that.
Version as well.
That gun looks sick.
Do you see that, by the way? Do you see that?
It's sick.
Ooh.
That looks insane. All right. Now, another question that the community is having, they're just dying to have answered. New ways to play. Elite Q was awesome.
Yep.
I think it's like one of the coolest additions for Apex Legends. What else?
Yeah, so when we designed Apex Legends, we really wanted to have kind of a competitive core to it. This is a game that's meant to be played over hundreds of hours and mastered. Really deep learning experience.
Yep.
And
It's a battle royale.
The Elite Q is our first step towards getting to a higher competitive stage.
Okay.
And so Season 2, I'm really, really, really stoked to announce we have a ranked mode coming.
Ranked mode.
There you go.
All right.
I know people love that.
Ranked mode, you'll progress through 6 tiers if you're good enough. You will cap out if you are garbage tier like myself.
Yeah. We'll be Wood Division together.
Yeah, you and me, buddy.
Yeah.
Yay.
Wood
Garbage tier.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah, so it goes from bronze all the way up to Apex Predator, and it's using special matchmaking for each of the tiers. So the higher you get, you'll probably have some longer matchmaking times, but it's because we're trying to find the best possible match for you. And then throughout the season, you'll be hopefully gaining tiers, and then at the end of the season, you'll get rewards based on where you ended.
Wow.
to show
Nice.
for the next season.
Ranked mode coming to Apex Legends.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
That's sick.
I thought it was a new gameplay mode,
All right.
but it's just, hey,
I'm gonna
we
be
have
honest
ranked now.
I'm
Which,
going to be all up
okay.
in that. It's going to be sick. I can't wait. I am legitimately concerned, as I mentioned, either it be the first Wood Division player, which isn't even in it, or Plastic Division.
Plastic's good.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. But, dude, thank you so much for sharing all these details, man.
man.
Guys, Drew, ladies and gentlemen, from the Respawn team. All right, now, here's the thing. I'm a Lifeline main. It's just facts.
Man.
You are too?
Yep.
Respect that. Any Lifeline mains in the house? Lifeline mains? All right.
apparently everyone.
That might change when the new season drops. That's right, because Jay, give the people what they want. We want to know who is
the new legend?
joining the arena.
'Cause
What do you
that's
have?
It's my pleasure, Golden Boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. The 10th
This is-
legend joining
this is the
Apex
reason why
Legends
people wanna see
arena
this.
is Watson.
Watson.
To help us get to know our latest legend a little bit better, our team put together this touching illustrated short. Let's check it out.
My dearest Natalie, as I write this letter, it's the middle of the night in late summer. An hour ago, you cracked the equations necessary to power the force field. You showed me up tonight, my magnificent daughter, and I couldn't be happier or prouder of that. I always knew you were special, but never did I fathom that the little girl who taught her staffed Nazi multiplication tables would grow up to master quantum laser mechanics. I have assured the Syndicate that the modified containment force field will be operational in a month's time, and it's all thanks to you. I may be just a doddering old fool trying to hold on to Bebe a little while longer before he loses her to a daughter. But I do see you. I see the strong, brilliant, wonderful young woman you've become. And I know when the day comes that I'm no longer with you, you are going to be just fine. The games will be brilliant because you are brilliant. My daughter can and will do anything she wants in this life because she is the smartest woman in the frontier. Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, pour toujours, Papa.
I did it, Papa. I hope wherever you are, you're cheering for me.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Watson joining the arena, and joining me now, we have the three gentlemen who brought her to life. Griffin, Will, and Tom, thank you so much for joining us here. Wow. So I mean, Bible thumbs in the chat, man, because that was the feels right there. Hit me right in the feels. But Griffin, we'll start with you, bud. You're one of the legend designers, and I'm curious on the approach that you guys took toward making Watson a character that has impact in the arena.
So Watson really started as a conversation between a friend of mine and I, who he's an engineer, and he has this really methodical, interesting way of taking really complex problems and systematically solving them. And so I kind of thought, what would it be like if we took the sort of the defensive complexity of Apex and introduced a character that could really
Oh wow!
An ecosystem in which you can survive the really aggressive third-party meta, all of that stuff. So the idea behind Watson really is that if you plan and you sort of adapt to the environment, and you really know the map, and you work closely with your team, that you can really create these strong defenses that that people are going to really have to think about in terms of how they push on you and that sort of thing. So the current meta of I hear gunfire and I hit it as hard as I can with Bangalore, Wraith, Octane, all of those.
That's the meta.
We're trying to sort of bump that meta a little bit and
I
make
like
it so
that.
This more stanced RTS kind of play style.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, trying to provide like options for the players.
Yes.
Because if you want to be able to play that hyper aggressive approach, whether you're running like a composition that contains like a typical one, which would be like a Pathfinder, Wraith, and a lifeline for that support.
Yeah.
You can play into a composition like this, and they kind of counter one another. So that's going to be really fun. We're going to dive into the abilities and everything that she does, because let me tell you, it's insane. Now, as far as the look and feel, my favorite part about Apex Legends is that the characters, the legends themselves, they stand out. When you're looking from far away, you see the silhouette and you know exactly who it is that you're about to engage with. What were some of the complexities in bringing a character like Wattson to life?
Yeah, so it's a collaborative effort. You know, shout out Keith and Sam, animation department. Everybody kind of works together.
Yeah.
We were given a specific set of skills that she would be using, abilities from Griffin, and that's kind of all we had to go off of. So we had to, Heath did a great job of like bringing it all together, giving her a sort of a grounded aesthetic. She had to look like she was using electricity and stuff like that. So rubber gloves and the coils and the wires and pushing her silhouette at the same time, making her stand. You have to be able to read who she is from different distances. From there,
that thing, yeah.
From there, you can really go in and sculpt all the details out and work with the animators to really bring her to life, give her personality in everything that she does with her abilities and that too. So.
Yeah, and there's some really cool stuff there as well.
Grab this.
Every
Yeah,
that Wattson
Need
she
more drinks.
takes out an item in her kit. It's actually like on her person.
Oh yeah,
You see it happen.
Yeah, and those are all very
Yeah.
meticulously designed by the concept artist and then modeled out in 3D. So yeah, it's all functional.
That's great.
In the world, yeah.
So now you get to the gameplay, the look, but the story, you know, because you got to hit us in the feels, right? Like super hard, and you just did that.
Gotta hit us in the field, bro.
Backstory, who she is. Let's dive deeper into that.
Watson's kind of different from the way we usually do things, because usually it's very collaborative and we're creating the character at the same time, all the different departments, and we're working together. Wattson was different. She was already designed and drawn when I got her, and one of the great things about working at Respawn is they encourage us to create characters that are non-traditional and that are characters you haven't seen in video games before, and to kind of branch out and see what else, you know, what other people can we represent out there. And so Wattson is a very different character than I've ever seen in a video game, at least, and everything is based off of what these guys created. I mean, it's all, every single part of her backstory is connected somehow to either her abilities or her look.
And now, it was something that kind of stuck out to me. So, am I correct in assuming that Wattson played a big role in the arena itself?
Yes, so Wattson and her father actually invented the ring.
Okay.
And so she grew up in the arena, literally in the arena when they were building it. And we're going to start to, you're going to see with Wattson and moving forward, we're going to start to build the lore of this world a little bit.
Good.
You're going to find out who created the games. They mentioned the Syndicate in there, so we'll talk about the Syndicate down the road. You're starting to build more and more of a universe.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So she's in the arena, so all the legends must know her.
Oh yeah. She was their kid sister, basically. She was always hanging around the arena, and she got to know all the legends and got to watch all of them. She's not a mercenary. She's not a soldier. You know, her role is of support, and so everybody loves Wattson. She's the one person that could probably unite all the legends together,
including Caustic.
Caustic respects her. She's a scientist.
Okay.
She's an engineer.
Okay. So like was a strong word for Caustic.
Yeah, I don't know if Caustic likes anybody.
Okay.
He likes
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well. Yeah, that's super cool. I mean, blown away by this character so far. Now, I mentioned before we're going to talk about the abilities, because when you revealed these to me, I was floored, jaw-dropping, and a lot of people online were kind of like guessing as to like what it would be, and I'm very happy to see that a lot of them, some had the right idea, but for the most part,
it's completely off.
What she's capable of doing is ridiculous. So let's just talk about the active. First thing, defenses.
Yes. So the Wattson has more interrelated abilities than probably any other current character we have. You really need to understand how they all interact. The fences, you can place 12 nodes, and you can use these in any permutation you want. Part of why we sort of went with her being such a brilliant electrical engineer is because we really wanted to reinforce both mechanically and thematically how creative the player can be with these.
I like that.
Basically, we're just giving you free reign to place these however you want and figure out.
And the players, they like I just saw right there. I don't know if that was intentional. So when your teammates go through, it shuts down.
It shuts off. So
if I'm down and they run through the gate, does the gate deactivate?
Yes. Oh. Yeah. So there's a lot of different interactions, a lot of different ways that you can interact with the gates with other characters. The ultimate is, we call it an interception pylon. It shoots down bombardments, incoming grenades, stops arc star spam, and it charges your team's shield. And it also, if Watson's cooldown is slower when she's away from the pylon, but when you're near the pylon, it supercharges your tactical, so you get fences faster. So if you drop it down, it's a permanent structure until it's destroyed. And
nice.
That allows you to build these large fortresses very rapidly. You can use that for defending, for flank control on offensive squads, for going up on a tower and fencing it off with Pathfinder. And then the passive is that ultimate accelerants give you your ultimate 100% ultimate charge. And so if you save up ultimate accelerants over the course of the match, that allows you to place more pylons, and it means that you don't have to play conservatively as Watson as long as you save up ultimate charges. You can keep moving with a highly mobile squad. You can play offense, defense, support, however you feel like the fences and the pylon are most effective to whatever comp you're playing.
So what you're telling me here is that Lifeline mains do not need to continuously hold ultimate accelerants anymore.
We felt like we needed to
rejoice. That's right. We did it, people. Finally, because everyone's like really mean to me if I don't like use the ult accelerant. It's not fair. Oh wow. So that is ridiculous.
There's also when they cross the fences, you get pinged as well.
Oh yeah. So if any enemies cross through the fences, it pings your entire squad. So there's a situational awareness element to them as well.
Wow.
So if you know, so this is why she grew up in the arena. If you know where all the choke points, the entrances, the exits are, you can set up fences there, and you'll know exactly when an enemy crosses.
I'm even thinking about compositions and how it could work out. You know, maybe for any Gibraltar mains out there, maybe you find a little. No one cheered for that. Feels bad, man.
Mind you, I don't.
There's like a little synergy there that can be created. There's a lot that can be done with these fences and being able to block off certain chokes.
Yeah, I think it's really the big the ceiling is how creative people can get with it, and I'm really excited to see what people do with it.
And from an art perspective here, they're very distinct. They stand out. What were some of the challenges in making sure that these fences really, when a player saw them, they knew exactly what it was, not to kind of catch them off guard, so to speak, to make it really, really stand out in the arena?
Yeah, again, silhouette's everything. You got to make it stand out, and it has to look like it lives in the world. That it's something that she can use, and that lives on her body as well. She's able to pull it out, and she's able to bring it out, and create a fortress basically, and it has to read. So we had concept artists working on every little detail, and the modelers as well, and we had to test it out. We tested it out. We play it in game or in house, and make sure it reads well.
And these guys do a tremendous job of it too. I'm like, I need a post with electricity that goes between the two, and they create really cool stuff with just that kind of vague hand wavy designer description.
Everything about it is clearly been thought out. This legend is going to be incredible. I can't wait to play Watson. You guys excited?
Watson looks rad. Watson looks really rad.
That is nutty. All right, well, again, very much looking forward. Now, today we've covered a bunch here. We've seen a new weapon. We've gotten a new mode, the latest legend, and the new Battle Pass for Season 2. So, let's recap all the amazing Apex Legends action that we've seen here today.
Surprise. Care package touching down.
Watson looks really rad. I like how different she plays. Because, you can set up traps and everything. Because from what I don't really play battle royales like that, and I could be completely wrong. And if I am, that's totally fine. Whoa, what is that? But what I like is that she plays very differently. You can play offensively or defensively with that.
Giant thing on the screen in the eyeball. What was that?
All right.
Can't tell me.
Well, let's just say that. Well, no, but let's just say this: we got perhaps a couple of big things coming into Kings Canyon at the start of Season 2.
Okay.
So keep your eyes peeled over the next month. See what you can find out.
So if I were to ask you, after we're done with this, are you gonna give me the cold shoulder? Or are you actually gonna tell me?
There's no way I can tell you. Sorry.
Oh man, I'm just
wow, jeez.
Out here, man. This is not fair. Well, Drew, thank you so much, man. Guys, Apex Legends Season 2. Let's go. July 2nd could not get here soon enough. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, come check out Apex Legends at EA Play for your first chance to get hands-on with Wattson, as well as all the other great Apex Legends things happening here. And for those of you at home, Double XP Weekend is going on right now, so jump into the Legendary Hunt event and start earning those amazing exclusive skins. I'm Golden Boy. It's been a blast talking Apex Legends with you all here today, and I'll see you in the arena. Peace.
All right. So we got about 3-4 minutes. Yeah, so with Apex Legends, Apex Legends is the one battle royale, as I said before, Apex Legends is the one battle royale that I would actually probably get into. And what I liked about Wattson is, as I started stating before the ending here, is that when I see a lot of battle royales, when I see gameplay and stuff like that, or when I see gameplay online, it's a lot of just like everyone rushing in, as like said before. Pretty much, you take a gun, you see a guy over there, you just rush in. You're trying to like rush into everyone. Where with Wattson, you can play as more of a support class and play with your team instead of either lone wolfing it and pretty much there's a guy, I'm just gonna go over there and kill it, or you as a team going in and pretty much hoarding, like you and just coming in as a horde and like killing these guys. I like that she's more of a support class. You can put up the fences, you can put up the nodes and create these fences, and pretty much if the opponent passes through it, it pings the whole squad to let you know, hey, this dude's right here. And I really like that. And then her ultimate is that she pretty much puts...
Right,
oh, hello.
A ton of new info on Apex.
Apparently Greg is like hosting the whole thing.
Battle Pass, first details on ranked mode, and the official reveal of the newest legend, Wattson. I'm Greg Miller here at EA Play, where gamers are getting a chance to test drive the newest legend right now. Stick around, because up next we've got Julia Hardy and Adam Freeman giving us the dirty details on Battlefield 5, including looks at a ton of new maps, exciting updates, and details on a new theater of war. All that's moments away, so keep it locked.
Yep, so next is Battlefield 5. But with her Wattson's ultimate, you can pretty much put down a massive, looks like a machine gun or like generator or whatever it is, and then like tons of stuff come falling out and attacking and close. And if you're close to it, you can supercharge your shields. Like, I really like that. Like, Apex needs more content coming out on a steady stream instead of like one big massive like here's a truckload of content. I think that's why more people are playing Fortnite. Not saying that Apex kind of has started to, like, when Apex first came out, tons of people were playing it, and then it's kind of like it has lost some of their people, and now it kind of has its core fan base playing it. Where the reason why Fortnite is still the most popular, shooter and the most popular game is because there's always new content coming out every single week, regardless. That's probably one of the things that Apex needs to do is put out steady content. But like this big overhaul in Season 2 is definitely a good start. In fixing the meta, shifting how guns work, that kind of thing. That's really, really good. I look forward to seeing what we have here. But now we have Battlefield 5. Excuse me. Let's see what we got here. Because the announcement of Battlefield 5 was received with a mixed bag. So let's see if we can get something. Let's see if they can make it up.
Battlefield 5 show live from EA Play in Hollywood. Let's hear it. I'm Julia Hardy, and today we've got a ton of new info on some of the great updates coming to Battlefield 5 in 2019. But don't just take my word for it. My co-host, he reads all of your tweets, and I do actually mean all of them. It's a little bit creepy and weird. Battlefield Community Manager Adam Freeman. What have you got for us, Freeman?
Oh, thanks, Julia. Now, I may be a member of the Battlefield team, but
it's all the Brits now.
I'm a fan. I know you guys are a fan too, and you're going to love what we've got to you today. So, over the next half hour, we're going to be bringing you content that's coming to you over the next units. We've heard what you want, so today you're getting your first look at a ton of new multiplayer maps. Features we know you've been screaming out for, and the arrival of a new theatre of war that's coming to Battlefield 5 this fall.
And Theater of War is the single-player campaign from it.
It's bringing so much cool stuff, so let's get to it. Over to you, Julia.
Thanks, Adam. That's right. Let's wait no longer and tear the plastic of our first new map, Marita. Let's check it out.
Marita. Okay. And of course, the Frostbite engine and the shooter are gorgeous. Like the Frostbite engine should only be used in shooters.
To hold the Axis army sweeping through the region. You'll deploy on a sloping mountain ridge and within the tight streets of a rural town. The Allies control the town, but Axis troops are already on its fringes. The road down into the village is crucial, and you must fight to hold here or risk losing control of the region. You'll always have tactical choices nearby, with a close proximity to other key locations, so keep an eye out for them. Marita is an infantry-focused map, where all 4 soldier classes will be able to shine. Tanks and aircraft will stand aside for intense infantry gunfights and sneaky flanks in the cobbled streets. Hills and multi-story homes means unique vertical gameplay. Stay alert in this steep environment as the Battle of Greece rages on.
Okay.
To help give us even more details on Marita, please welcome Ryan MacArthur from DICE. Yeah. So thanks for coming out, Ryan. So obviously Marita looks amazing. What was the map's inspiration?
Well, I think the team in LA that put this together, and they built the Mercury map that everyone saw earlier this month. And so they really wanted to continue that story of the Battle of Greece, which is a bit of an unknown story, new to me as well, as you learn about this stuff. So it's really cool. It's sort of set on the Albanian-Greece border, sort of in the mountains there, where the Axis power sort of started to push into Greece during the war. And it's sort of set above the clouds in this nice little quiet, well, I guess what used to be a quiet village. Before,
Not anymore.
It's a quiet village every day, like the one before.
What kind of gameplay are we talking about? What's happening?
Well, so this is going to be a heavily infantry-focused map. So, as Mr. Battlefield likes to put it, this is total creative chaos. So you're just going to see some absolute
creative chaos.
Creative chaos.
So what we get there is just head-on, just collisions in the middle of this map, and it's sort of what we try to do with all the new maps that we've created, spending a lot of time to figure out how do we make each one of them different. So when players go in and play one of these new maps, it sort of has a different feel than the ones they played before to sort of create that different experience for them. So this one has, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it, sort of a banana shape to it, and that banana shape. Like that
Or it could be like a
horseshoe.
horseshoe.
It's important when you're doing game design, I think, obviously. And so the shape gives you sort of a variety.
Oh, it's pretty much you come down the hill and then it's like this.
Sort of narrow channels for people to just run head on into each other, which really creates that chaos that is Battlefield. But
that's what we want, though. That's what we want, that kind of chaos. But most importantly, we need to know, like,
but is it a big
days. But when can we get our hands on it? That's what we want to know, right?
Yeah, and I think the great thing for this is coming in July as part of Chapter 4. So
the crowd is kind of just like there, like.
Ooh, lucky you! All right, Freeman, who's we've stuck up there for no other reason than my own entertainment, has more on Chapter 4 for you. Over to you, Freeman.
I'm a bit PTFOing. I don't know what you're giving out to me, Julia. Listen, we have more maps, so let's deliver a brand new one to you. This is Al Sundan is coming in Chapter 4.
Al Sundan.
The fight moves to the North African desert in a vast new map for Battlefield 5, Al Sundan. Prepare to engage alongside a lush desert coast and contrasting harsh environments. Axis forces have militarized the area with camps, a radar tower, and an airbase. You must fight over possession of these critical points.
Oh, this is definitely a bigger map because now you have like tanks and see, this is what I want Battlefield. I want vehicles and tanks and all of that. That's what I want. That's what I think Battlefield. I'm thinking of like vehicles and planes and tons of stuff. Big, huge maps. That's what I like about Battlefield.
Battles across ranges, you'll always have plenty of choices. Make good use of this sandbox to secure the win. You utilize vehicles, mounted guns, planes, and transports. Capture the strategic airfield to dominate the sky, or engage in fast-paced infantry battles in tight interior areas. Al Sandan is classic Battlefield. We can't wait to let you play it.
See? That's what I want. Like, big, massive maps.
Yeah.
Tons of dudes in it. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Was adapted from Under No Flag. So tell us a little bit about what that process was like.
Yeah, so usually, when the guys when the team sort of focus on building these war stories, they want to create these nice narrative, linear experiences and sort of that really tell the story of World War II. But with Under No Flag, they sort of took a little bit of a different approach to this and sort of made this big, wide open experience. And that showed a lot of potential from a multiplayer perspective as well. So when we finished the game originally, the team wanted to sort of sit down and sort of a small group of them and take a shot at turning this into what could be an amazing Battlefield map. It's huge. This is a really big map.
That's good. I like it. Big maps. I want Battlefield to be different than Call of Duty. Call of Duty are always smaller maps. It's because Call of Duty is more like a twitch shooter, where Battlefield, I want it to be big. I want it to be massive. I want to be able to like get into vehicles and kill people with vehicles, but still have that like close combat kind of style of gameplay.
Like, what am I doing?
Well, I think if you look at it, there's room for all different playstyles. So there's 6 flags on this when you're playing Conquest, and you can see here, even if you can see from the videos here, you've got, when you go into the village, it's all about infantry play and speed and flanking through the things, and the bridge in the middle, it's all about, sort of controlling that with infantry game. Mr. Battlefield the other day decided to just sit there with his tank and destroy me, but...
it's just something that he likes to do.
He's kind of mean, but he's not mean. He's super nice. But
no, but most importantly, I mean, again, we could go on and on and on. We're tight for time because there's so much to get through. We've got so many announcements. When can we get our hands on Al Sandan?
But so this is the first map that we're going to come in with Chapter 4. So June 27th, this is going to be available day 1, Chapter 4 for everybody.
Nice. Now we've got a couple more surprises to come, but before we get into all that, let's take a look at what's coming in August towards the end of Chapter 4.
We're just like the season they're in right now.
Get up close and personal. With Chapter 4 defying the odds, new and intense close-quarter maps are coming to Battlefield 5. By popular demand, we're bringing more maps to players craving tighter types of multiplayer, specially tailored for intimate infantry combat. The new Battlefields will challenge your squad in unique ways. Teamwork, skill, and adaptation are your keys to victory. Fight through an explosives production facility in Lofoten Islands and unseat the Axis occupation in Provence. Prepare to assemble your team and rise above your enemies, and prepare to learn more about these new battlefields later in the year.
Now, to help us break down these new maps, Ryan and I are joined by Mr. Battlefield himself, Lars Gustafsson.
Yep.
I think you made that up yourself.
He was at the reveal last year.
So let Freeman come down from his weird place up there.
You're worse than my Firestorm teammates. You just leave me behind everywhere.
But we can all understand why that happens. Do you want to take over this one for the start?
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, go.
Lars, these are very different then to the 2 maps we've already shown so far today. Tell us about them.
They are. I mean, taking a step back, we've been closely monitoring how players engage in Tides of War, and no surprise, I mean, they love the bigger modes like Conquest. It's always been kind of a Battlefield pillar. But it's been super fun to watch how they engage with passion and dedication in the smaller modes, like Squad Conquest, for example, which really become a success. And with that in mind, then we've, together with the DICE LA studio, they've been going at it, tailoring maps that are specially made for smaller modes. And as such, being able to give that, the close quarter feeling, the tight, what you say, the intimate combat.
Intimate infantry combat.
Oh yeah, we need that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Intimate infantry.
We're making that platoon when we get back.
I mean, what kind of the sort of like key strategies then when you're playing close quarters on this map?
As we see with these smaller game modes, I mean, the key to this is just really good team play, really good squad play. And so, sticking together and not leaving anybody behind, like Mr. Freeman over here. Unless he's
But I mean, what if you want to leave
Yeah.
behind, can you?
Then it's acceptable, I think.
Because I would.
It's too beautiful.
Just leave the dude. Just leave him behind.
As you saw, Lofoten,
Leave him behind this.
Serenity, beautiful Nordic countryside. but then kind of ripped open with gunfire and everything amongst villas and factory equipment. And then Provence, I plan to take...
Dude behind is like, oh man!
Stop destroying places you want to take your family. It's
okay,
weird.
I'll take Ryan.
Yeah, take him instead, and then go.
But it's beautiful cobblestones, lots of good flanking routes, and it's the smaller maps really allows you to master every inch of it. So it's really about knowing your battlefields.
I mean, again, we could go on and on to talk about all of these maps, but we've got one more map to show off, and I want to make sure we have time to get through it. But first up, Lars, you brought with him some news about some kind of core gameplay updates. We know that you've all been waiting for, so you're excited about this one.
Lars, do you know how much time I'm spending online? Like,
I mean,
I am working.
Just Battlefield, or let's not delve.
Big community features we've announced this month. Increase the max rank. Private games. Let's talk max rank. What can you tell us?
Let's talk max rank. We do know, and it's been loudly made to us, our kind of awareness, that there are players out there too skilled who maxed out on rank 50 too quickly. So we've taken that to heart, and we've now taken the max rank from 50 to 500. So it's quite
wow. Multiply that by 100.
Battlefield 500 now.
So truly a journey for our players to go on, moving forward.
And it's a grind train, but what are people getting if they're on it?
Yeah, what are we getting?
We're all in it, we want the goodies. So to start with, already from rank 51, you will be granted company coins for every rank up. But then at every, we call them milestone ranks, every 50th rank, you will get one shiny new rank icon to show off your skills, and also a beautiful set of dog tags. So lots of ways of showing off your mastery on your journey towards, that the world domination. August is the time. So
Brilliant.
it's almost here.
Almost here.
So gross.
Domination for Lars by August.
Yeah, sorry, I wondered if we were talking about world domination or when that was happening, but all right.
Private games then. The other massive thing that we know players want. What we got?
Yes. I mean, another one that our lovely community have been vocal about. And previously, for those of you who've been with Battlefield, it was called RSP, the Rented Server Program. But now we're shifting over to private games. And what it means, the beautiful thing with it is, the baseline package that comes is free for everyone that plays Battlefield 5. So a beautiful package, it's there to let you set up your servers and kind of create your experiences, whether you want to capture or, play with your friends. And Freeman, you can play with us. For sure. Thanks.
You can sit with them. And obviously, you love getting all that community feedback, so hit him up, Mr. Battlefield at AOL.com, and let him know.
Well, just saying,
that is the thing, though.
That's not even my real email.
No, exactly. It's coming in, let's see, September.
Yeah.
And,
I didn't know what month it is.
I mean, we want you to dive on it, set up your servers, play it, and give us feedback, since this is kind of just the beginning of the journey with the private games. We want to hear what did we do right and where should we shape up and take it an extra notch. So be with us and be candid.
Okay, well, Lars, don't tell Ryan, but you're my favourite for this. Thank you very much for it.
Do I still get to
We've got more though, Julia. We've got more.
You're always.
Well, it's just going to get a bit weird and fighty up there. Well, as promised, we've got one more Battlefield map to show you. It's called Operation Underground. Lars, Ryan, talk us through what we're about to see. Yes, let's have a look.
Well, this is the ultimate definition of a passion project. So Inge Göran, the original designer for Operation Metro, when we finished Battlefield 5 and shipped it, he wanted to do something that he just was truly invested in. So he kind of went down and he sat down and he came back with what was Operation Underground. And when he showed it to the team, we knew we just had to make this. And I think Lars is sort of being part of that journey in the beginning. I mean, you know how much this meant to the team.
Yeah, I mean, I was there when we started to build the maps for Battlefield 3. And early on, it was kind of a brainstorm. I still remember it was tons of images on the wall. We challenged the team to, where do you want to fight? Everything from subway to shopping mall to God knows everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the team started, or someone smart, not me, apparently, said, do I only get to pick one?
Yeah.
So they started to pick a number of them, and I think Inge then chose 3 of them, which was the park, the subway, and kind of the bank area in the city.
Like kind of scene tapas. I mean, you don't want one meal, you want 3 lots of meals all in one meal, right? Yeah.
So you can see when
I want a buffet. I just want all of this.
You can see the true inspiration, but what Inge Göran and the talented crew with him has done is to kind of take at heart the feedback from the original Metro and started to provide especially a lot of flanking routes. so that you can kind of move around and be smart about it. And tons of easy to spot ones, but also
Everyone
the
loves
more
a
sneaky ones.
sneaky flank.
Yeah,
Everyone
no,
loves
I
the
think-
sneaky flank.
You know, this is
Cheeky,
the
sneaky flank.
I mean, I think as you look at it, like this is not Metro remastered. This is, as the guys look at it, sort of reimagined. And I think you've got a bunch of different diverse areas. You've got big open courtyards, you know, at street level and narrow streets, and you go down into where you see in the video here where the subway cars are and into the sub basements, and you're going to find a whole bunch of different things and different ways to play and different styles. And I know the guys have a few surprises in there as well that I think the community's really going to enjoy when they get there.
So when do we get it?
That's the big question for today. Just when.
Give it! I need to know when I get it!
Chapter 4 and 5.
I think this is the one the team is really excited about as well. So,
Yeah.
I know I can't wait for October. either, so.
I have a cracking time playing it in playtest. I'm so looking forward for everyone else getting to play it too, and everything else that's on these new maps.
Oh yeah,
Amazing.
those. Oh, sorry, those aren't the only surprises. This is the problem. We've got too much to get through. I'm just like, stop talking. We've got so many surprises for you. So today we're giving you never-before-seen details on Battlefield 5's Chapter 5.
Here's a little
Which
look
is the
at what
next
the team's
season.
been working on.
Oh yeah. I think this was the trailer that was shown.
A timeless theatre of war. A new vision.
Yep.
Prepare to deploy to the Pacific. The team at DICE are hard at work creating an iconic World War II experience, releasing this fall with Chapter 5 of Battlefield 5. As the US and Japan enter the fight, you'll clash across several battlefields, including a modern take on an absolute classic, Iwo Jima. Since Battlefield began, the Pacific Theatre has been part of its DNA. Now, we're crafting the ultimate reimagining of the conflict. By capturing real-life environments and using the power of Frostbite, we're bringing you the Pacific realized with today's capabilities and technology. Take part in the US invasions as their unstoppable forces charge inland towards unwavering Japanese defenses.
It's all
Use new
concept art.
amphibious units to pummel the war-ridden shores, and an expanded arsenal to bring your squad to victory. We have a lot
Excuse
more
me.
to share
Oh
about the
Jesus.
Pacific and how it will evolve Battlefield 5 later in the year. Stay tuned.
It looks nice. That sounds nice.
Okay, most importantly, you went on like a bunch of like research trips. Like, let's find out more about that. Oh, let's set the net one in Tahiti. Yeah, that's right.
It's hard work. I know it's amazing how many people are willing to make that extra effort to go to Hawaii
Oh,
in
yeah.
January in Stockholm. So it's quite impressive. We really appreciate the team putting in that work.
Oh yeah, taking one for the
But
team,
obviously, I mean, that's the big new addition to Battlefield 5. So going back, new theater of war in the Pacific. I mean, this is a homecoming for Lars. I mean, not Iwo Jima itself, but the development of it.
Jeez.
I remember my childhood.
Where the beard come from?
Yeah, 1,000 yards in there.
No, but jokes aside, it's having been with Battlefield all through the journey, it's really where it all started. Battlefield 1942, the Pacific Theater, and already when we started to talk about this game, the journey through the Second World War, everyone came up and kind of, when do we go to the Pacific? So this is the time. It feels like a homecoming. 1942, Battlefield 1943. We've been there before, but this is in a new way.
And I think the great thing, I mean, we hear a lot from the community, and I know, when we have these discussions, you've got, where are my U.S. forces? Where's my Japanese army?
Yeah.
And get to sit here in L.A. today and tell everybody that
You finally got it.
in Chapter 5, you're going to get those things. You're going to see some familiar places like Iwo Jima. We've got 2 other maps coming with that, so 3 maps coming with the initial package of the Pacific in Chapter 5. Some ones I think people are going to be really happy with what they're going to see, and as you say, and some that as you can hear from the ping in the trailer, some iconic weapons and things as well.
Mike Garand, it's coming, right? Yes.
We're living for the ping, so I mean, we wouldn't go to Iwo Jima without kind of the weaponry and the hardware. So bringing tons of iconic weapons, gadgets, and also, after all, it's Battlefield. So of course there will be a new set of vehicles, and
Yeah,
we
that's
to
what I
take that
want.
extra step and kind of start giving you the boats, fulfilling that sandbox of land, air, and sea. And the team has focused hard on capturing kind of that invasion experience. I mean, it was very much about island hopping during the wars, so capturing the invasion experience and the amphibious warfare. So there's tons of new stuff and new gameplay to look forward to.
And beautiful locations that
Very
you
beautiful
ultimately
locations.
destroy beyond recognition.
Well, Lars and Ryan, thank you both very much for joining us.
So if you've lost track of all of these brand new Battlefield announcements, I don't blame you, because honestly there was quite a lot. So do you want to give us a little bit of a recap there, Freeman? I'll leave that on your capable shoulders.
Okay, I'm back at the balcony, if they...
Yeah, come on, get out there.
Right, okay. Okay, we've got a load more multiplayer maps then coming in 2019. That starts with Al Sundan on June 27, followed by Marita in July. We're bringing a brand new Theatre of War to Battlefield 5 The Pacific. That's releasing this fall. We're also bringing features we've heard the community ask for, an increase in max rank from 50 to 500, and private games. Also, one final announcement. Starting today, you can play Battlefield 5 in the EA and Origin Access Vault, and through EA Access on PlayStation 4 when it launches next month. Is that everything?
I think that pretty much covers it. I guess you can probably stay down here with them on the adults table, whatever.
Yay me!
Yeah, I'm Julia Hardy.
And I'm Freeman.
And if you're in the Los Angeles area, be sure to come and visit us in person at EA Play. Goodbye.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So now we got, man, they're like, because like Jedi Fallen Order, like it was like right up to the T. Now it's like 7 minutes. Maybe they went too fast, or maybe that was on purpose, but I don't know. But anyway, so with Battlefield 5, I know this game has kind of been very rocky when it has come out, and you know, some people like picked it up, some people don't like it, some people love it, and so on and so forth. But hearing all of that, that is definitely very interesting. I think really what needs to be shown, or needs to be like what we need to get our hands on, I think that's kind of the bigger thing, is kind of the maps. A big thing about Battlefield, that, as I said before, I love the big open maps. That's what makes Battlefield so different to Call of Duty. Call of Duty is very much a Twitch shooter, like Unreal Tournament, where it's a very small, very confined map, and it's the Twitch shooter. It's like, oh, where is someone going to come from? Where would it be? Where with Battlefield, especially like with Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3, man, Greg is just like hosting this whole thing.
I guess that's also they're going on vacation with everybody.
See, look at that.
That's what I call a Battlefield show, everybody. For those of you just tuning in, I'm Greg Miller. Apparently, people don't like me on Twitter, and I'm coming to you live from EA.
Apparently not.
Fans.
Come on now. Greg Miller's great. I love Greg.
In LA, and you're not at EA Play, what are you doing? E3 starts tomorrow. You have nothing to do today. It's free. Just come on by. It's great. And for the rest
there you go. Oh, come on. Ugh.
Give me.
There we go.
The Battlefront.
Don't come on. All right, we're just gonna refresh this, and I don't know what's going on. Apparently now tons of people are jumping on.
The Battlefront journey.
The new planet that we'll be going into Clone Wars, and we delivered Gnosis, where the Clone Wars.
Sure.
We delivered a bunch of new prequel heroes and villains that our
Yep.
players really enjoyed. And then finally we wrapped it up with delivering a new way to play PvP with Capital Supremacy.
Yep.
It's a mode where you capture command posts and take out capital ships. And our community is really happy. It's growing every month.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me yesterday during rehearsals, right? Is the fact that the community is getting bigger, right? They're responding to the changes and you're listening to them.
Yeah.
Which is good. Which is good.
Time to join. It's, you know, like our subreddit is full of love, and it's just a joy to be working for them.
So you've already announced some new stuff this week. What is it?
Yeah, so yesterday we announced to the core community that we'll be delivering for this month Capital Supremacy is coming to the planet of Naboo, the city of Theed, so urban combat is finally getting to be experienced in that mode. We're also introducing 2 new reinforcements, the Separatist Droideka, which we've been teasing for a long while, so happy to finally have that one coming. And to combat that, for the Republic, we're introducing a new vehicle, the TX-130 tank, to finally bring the fight to the Separatist Alliance.
Bring balance, right?
Bring balance, for sure.
You also announced some new skins. What are those?
Yeah, so new appearances are coming. A couple of new clone battalions, and headlined by the General Skywalker appearance for Anakin. The famous outfit that he wore during the early days of the Clone Wars in the TV show.
And that's like news. You talk about last EA Play starting to bring in more Clone Wars stuff. Right now, you're a year later,
Still here.
more Clone Wars. Why do you think people have such an attachment to Clone Wars?
Part of it is nostalgia, like we all grew up watching it, but I think it's also
It's
because
that TV
how
show.
The TV show really
It's the
CG3
CG3 TV show.
To explore more
So
lore
good.
and
It's
let the
so
personalities
good.
of
I
the people, heroes,
love
and characters really
Star
shine.
Wars: The Clone Wars.
What to you is the future of Star Wars Battlefront 2?
So we also announced that the next planet that we're going to, it's another Clone Wars planet. It's the alien planet of Felucia. So we're bringing that to life in the Frostbite engine. It's going to look pretty fantastic.
That's gonna be rad.
And we also, that planet will be supportive of Capital Supremacy and new ways to play the game. In particular, if you want the epic Star Wars battles of Battlefront, but more tailored towards the PvE experience. So,
and then
I
again,
like that.
This nostalgia, it's nice. Clone Wars, great. We grew up on it. What about the new hotness? Are you bringing any of the new trilogy stuff? Are we going anywhere? What's happening? Tell me. Just spoil it right here. EA Play 2019.
So we consider Battlefront to be the greatest hits of Star Wars, where you get to play the most iconic heroes and villains and characters from all the Star Wars films. And we'll be back in August to talk more about the rest of the year.
This is EA Play right now. If he doesn't want to talk about right now, I can punch in Zoom or something, all right? Thank you, Dennis. Thank you.
Come on, Greg, don't be mean. Don't do that.
Everyone here? Well, it wouldn't be EA Play if we didn't get into a few different things. Alex Golden Boy Mendez is going to be hitting the football pitch with FIFA 20.
Golden Boy's coming back to talk about FIFA
this morning with some very special guests that will tell you more about the newest way to play FIFA, Volta Football.
So very quickly, just to finish up with Battlefield, what I like about that they're putting in that new map where it's just going to be more bigger, the bigger one. I can't even think of it, but the planes, I love that. But quickly to go on Battlefront, I actually like hearing about that they're like DICE hasn't just dropped on Battlefront 2. They're really trying to put new content, build up the name, and the people who have like, I'm done, I can't do it, and I look, I understand, I get it, I understand where they're like, I'm not playing this, I don't want to, I get it, understandable, but the fan base that's there for it, they haven't left them, they haven't like just went, oh, well, no one likes it, and everyone, blah, 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 like, I will say that the developers at DICE really do want Battlefront to be good, and really, as I said, I've stated before in past DualShock episodes and everything like that, the gameplay itself of Battlefront 2 is fantastic. The problem was the corporate orders of EA putting in the microtransactions that augmented gameplay, and that was the problem that I had with it. And when it first came out, it was kind of just like, there wasn't enough content, where it just seems like now, it just seems like after a year later of Battlefront, now it's like, oh, it's a full game. There's more stuff. There's a lot to do. I don't know. And maybe that's just kind of how things are. It's just, I like it that DICE hasn't stopped supporting Battlefront, and the people who are playing it are enjoying it. And that's great. I'm glad that the fan base who is playing it is enjoying it. So, good for them. I'm very, very happy with it. Maybe I might go back into playing Battlefront 2. I might actually go ahead and throw it in my system and give it a shot. I don't know. So now we got the FIFA. Got the football.
What's going on, FIFA fans? I'm Golden Boy coming into you live from the Volta pitch here at
Volta
EA
pitch.
Play. Now, I had a blast actually hosting a FIFA Ultimate Team Champions Cup a few weeks back, but that was FIFA 19. Today we're here to talk about FIFA 20. Now, if you caught the brand new trailer that dropped this morning, you already know that Volta Football is a new way to play, returning football to the street. FIFA to the streets. You like that? All right, now, for those of you who missed it, let's take a look. Give me a pass.
So, I am not a sports guy. I don't play sports games. The closest sport game that I play is WWE. Even then, I'm kind of like, it's a roller coaster for that. So, I'm just like, what did you have to show for like FIFA and Madden? I get it. EA has to show these off because there is a fan base for that. It's massive. In engine footage. So the trailer is being used in the engine that's used for FIFA. It looks like there's a lot of like street arenas being used for this year's FIFA. I mean, again, I'm covered. I want to go ahead and cover all this so that way everyone like. Yeah, I gotta have something to say for this. It'll be very interesting. I don't know. But I do know that this is definitely not my cup of tea. The Volta Football.
Now, in a bit, I'm going to be chatting with Sam Rivera, the lead producer at FIFA 20, about some of the new gameplay features that are going to be coming to FIFA 20. But first, we go across the pond. Last week, singer-songwriter and Fulham footballer Chelsea Grimes caught up with some special guests to give us the details on Volta Football and the culture that inspired it. Check it out.
Oh. Volta Oh, this is like a... This might be the whole thing with this year's FIFA is Volta Football.
London with Volta producer Jeff Antwi and Manchester United and England legend Rio Ferdinand to talk about a subject close to my heart, street football.
Street football.
Okay, so Rio, we're here in London, your hometown. Cage football, street football. What was your memories and experiences growing up? Did you play a lot of it?
No, this was where I grew up. This is exactly what I've done day in, day out. In there, the ball never goes out of play. Physically, it's demanding. You're forced to almost have a personality and show a personality in there. Do you know what I mean? The
There's
demands.
Definitely no hiding in there.
Oh no, you can't hide in there.
So I used to play in the street with all the boys, and it was kind of the same. We'd learn how to bounce it off the curb and use the walls on people's houses as another player. What was it for you that made you want to bring it even into the game?
For us, it's a return to street football for the FIFA franchise, and we're really excited about being able to, be in places like this, where it's rooted in the real people, the real places. Authenticity, creativity, culture are all things that we wanted to bring to Volta.
Look at that guy's footwork.
Yeah, the footwork, it's amazing. That's what you can do in Volta, though. So that's part of the detail in the gameplay. So you can do all these mad tricks like this. Well, just being able to be. Really
I get that you can use the fences as part of your arsenal of getting the ball into the net, into the opponent's net.
Can you use that with the players from the professional teams? Absolutely. So obviously, with it being FIFA, we want to make sure that authenticity is at the forefront, and so you can play with or against the real players, all the licensed players that we have, all the licensed clubs. You can imagine playing Chelsea versus Spurs in this London cage.
Man United versus Liverpool.
Man versus Liverpool. Physical and technical, it's mad. I've played on loads of different places. Where is there to play on the game? So obviously with Volta, it's the world's game, and there's so many locations that you can play with, from a rooftop in Tokyo to a London cage.
Nice.
Or even an underpass in Amsterdam. So, we want to make sure that...
Wow, I'm like, wow, this is like some new stuff. Like new.
I was actually in a camp in LA, and I played a bit of soccer there, which I've never played it there before. The pitches are a lot nicer than when I grew up playing in Liverpool. What about you, Rio?
Maybe in a favela in Brazil. I went to the World Cup in Brazil. My first one I did as a pundit. I managed to go into the favelas and have a little look. Crazy, man. And amongst that was just like a pitch in the middle of it, in a cage. A bit like here, but it's just different setting. Right. What type of football were you playing? We played whoever was there. So you just play with the numbers you've got. If there was 3v3, fine. If it was 5-a-sides, not a problem. Yeah. So what's great is that's Volta. Being able to play 3v3, 4v4, 5v5, playing with goalkeepers, playing without goalkeepers, you know, playing in a cage like this, or playing
Oh, I like that. You can literally just set up the
does a really
rules.
good job of representing the diversity of the game, not only the people, but also in the game style. You can treat the wall like your teammate, passing to yourself, or you can be really skillful with the ball, like like these guys are being. Volta football is such a diverse game, and for millions of people around the world, streets is their stadium. So for you guys, like, what are some of the fundamental things that you take away from the streets? What translates to the stadiums? Small-sided games, three versus three, 5-a-sides. I grew up in this environment. I think it enables you definitely to be able to deal with people 1v1, because in a game in a stadium, in front of thousands and thousands of people, you're going to have to deal with someone 1v1 like this, with bigger spaces. So getting used to that in this type of environment is, I think, for a young player, is key.
Having a personality,
I like
not
that.
being afraid to try something new here. And obviously, eventually you can go and put it onto the big stage. So I think this is like, you go and express yourself.
I think definitely the word, that key word, express. If you can express yourself, you see the best in everyone. I think individually, as a team. Street football is, for a lot of people, it's foundational. And it translates to, the stadiums. And for Volta, that's kind of how we built the gameplay experience. And so we're really excited about what we can, represent, and being able to represent the flair and the style that you guys just talked about. I think a lot of people as well used to always associate like skills and flair without the end product. I think that's what's great about this game, is that end product's always king.
What I really want to know is, can you create female players?
Absolutely. I think that's one of the biggest innovations. You can play male or female, and they play with each other as well, and that's an important part of what we're building. When you go and play in there, not everyone turns up in a pair of shorts, boots. Can we have like jeans, like cut downs that I've got, or you can have, t-shirts and shorts, or you can have jeans and long sleeves. Again, a big thing for us is, being able to establish the culture that is street football through clothing, through how you look, your personal style. You can have short hair, long hair. You can have tattoos.
That's the big focus for this. I think that's really cool. I've never seen this before.
You want to look good, you want to feel good, play good. And some of it's superstition, like it's all of that all in one. If you can get that into a game and transfer that and translate that into the cage, you got it made. That's a big part of Volta football, just being able to represent the people as they are. We want it to be authentic, we want it to be diverse, we want it to be cultural and creative, and a lot of that is, how you equip yourself and how you carry yourself and how you represent yourself in the game.
Jeff, thank you so much. Rio, it's been a pleasure. I can't wait to play Volta, so I'll see you in the cage.
Well, there you have it. Volta football, pretty cool stuff there. Now, I can't wait to get my hands on it later this summer, but to talk to us about the exciting new gameplay updates and innovations that are going to be coming to FIFA 20, we have FIFA lead gameplay producer Sam Rivera here standing by. Sam, welcome.
Thanks, Alex. It's great to
Let's
be
give
here.
it up. Give it up for Sam.
It's like, look at these guys going, whoa.
I knew this.
You're like, I'm sorry, but like, the big reason why people are here is to play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Apex
I know this. I experienced this
and
firsthand
Battlefield.
when I
It's
hosted
those
that
first
Champions Cup.
three.
And you and I, we talked
Like,
a lot
oh
about
man,
how
like
important
at
it's been for you.
E3, when it comes to sports games, it's rough. It's rough.
So,
well, even me, I'm like, cool, awesome. I just don't care. It's just not my cup of tea.
A reality for you all.
Absolutely. Community feedback is a big deal for us. The combination of community feedback and football itself is what inspires us every year to keep innovating and to create the most authentic and fun experience we can. And we know we have a big community, so this year we actually talked to over 3,000 players, from pro players to new players, casual players, hardcore players, and because we know this is a two-way conversation, we released an important Pitch Notes article at the end of May, where we explain a little bit more about how we approach community feedback. So we listen to things like shooting inconsistencies or AI defending, And this feedback, together with our drive to create a more authentic football experience, led us to develop a new feature set that comes together as football intelligence.
Okay, all right, so catchphrases are all well and good,
Yeah.
right? But let's dive into this.
But what does it
because
do?
I want to be able to dive deeper into what all this means for the player. What does football intelligence mean
Yeah,
for the folks that are going to be
that's
playing
the big
this in a
thing.
few months?
Sure, football intelligence is a combination of features that improve the three main components of the match: on the ball, off the ball, and the ball itself. And this year we're innovating in those three areas. On the ball, we're enhancing the one-on-one moments by giving you new attacking and defending tools. Off the ball, with a re-architected game flow, we're giving players more time and space on the ball. And for the ball itself, we have a brand new ball physics system that elevates the authenticity on every touch.
Okay, so you mentioned off the ball first. That's something that, I'm assuming you're talking about computer control players there. And this is a big topic within the community.
I know.
How those players interact with you when you're playing the game. So, yeah, I mean, what is off the ball? What does that mean for us?
Yes, so off the ball, if there's something that is really going to change how the game plays, is the re-architected game flow. This new game flow was designed to give more time and space to the dribbler and create more one-on-ones. A one-on-one is one of the most interesting parts of football to watch or to play if you actually play the sport. And in FIFA,
Yeah,
there'll be a time
I
where
agree.
user skill is going to make a difference.
Because I used to play football, soccer when I was a kid. That was like the one sport that I really loved playing. I played that, basketball, but what I loved was football, soccer, and that one-on-one. That's the most fun. Is that you're just battling that one guy. Like that's really good.
Because I'm curious, I'm really interested, right? When I have a controller in my hand, what does this feel like? What extra space is being created with this more player-controlled approach?
Yes, first of all, the re-architected game flow allows us to encourage smart technical build-up based on skill. So when you score a goal, you feel like you really worked for it. And because you mentioned space, yes, spacing is actually one of the biggest benefits of this system. You will see how your teammates spread around the pitch in a more authentic way, allowing you to read the game better and also giving you new ways for you to create your own scoring chances. And visually, just the game looks much more like real football.
Yeah, so my teammates are going to be way more helpful for me because Lord knows I need that. All right, which I think, a lot of us feel the struggle there. But now, what about the player, me, right? As I'm playing this game, what new tools do I have that I can put out there on the pitch?
Yes, so football is all about the decisive moments on the ball. And now that we're encouraging those moments, we're also giving players the tools to make sure those moments are in their control.
Okay.
So there's 4 features that I want to talk about: composed finishing, strafe dribbling, control tackling, and the new penalty kicks and free kicks.
All right, so 4 big topics.
Yeah.
Let's just dive into this. Composed finishing, what do you mean by that?
Sure. We received feedback from the community regarding the difficulty to finish in front of goal.
Okay.
So in FIFA 20, with the new composed finishing, you're going to experience more clinical and consistent shooting when you're in a one-on-one with the keeper, for example. And if you try a more difficult shot, let's say a volley from outside of the box, then you're going to have more chances to miss. So overall, we are improving the fundamentals of shooting to provide a more authentic experience. And we also listen to feedback about time finishing. And we are very confident that the changes that I just mentioned to the fundamentals of shooting, in addition to some tweaks that we're doing to the actual time finishing mechanic, are going to give you a more satisfying shooting experience, whether you time your shot or not. We are actually just releasing another Pitch Notes article about this topic. If you want to know more information, you can check it online.
Okay, so a whole topic just on this alone, which is very dedicated there. Now, you also mentioned another attacking tool, which was strafe dribbling.
Yeah.
So how is this now going to play a role in how I play out there?
Good question. So we are reinventing the strafe dribbling mechanic.
Okay.
This tool adds more dimension in attack, giving you more control, more precise and agile control of the ball when dribbling. And I would say this tool is great to lure your opponent in, and then when he's getting closer, use your player's agility, speed, and skill to beat that defender.
So if it wasn't any indication, though, I'm going to be on defense quite a bit. So
we'll see.
Because of that, as a defender now, we're continuing to just run through these tools, these new gameplay additions that are coming to it. What about on the defensive front?
Yes, to counter the attacking tools, we also need to bring some innovation into defending. The new control tackling system, which uses the sophistication from the active touch system from last year, is going to improve your player's tackling ability to ensure you win possession back
Woo.
more often than ever when you tackle in the right context.
Okay, and then the most intense,
man.
nerve-wracking moment in any game of FIFA. Me and my boy Rob, we went. This is an everyday thing for us. Penalty kicks.
Yes.
What changes are you making to penalty kicks?
We have brand new penalty kicks and free kick systems.
Okay.
So first of all, the aiming mechanics are completely different and more accessible. But obviously, we're keeping some elements of skill in there to make sure there's enough depth in the mechanics for those that want to be masters on those systems. And
That's
for
good.
example, in free kicks, you're going to have full control of the spin that you apply to the ball, and that's going to create your trajectory.
Gotta shoot him over.
Side spin, top spin, no spin, or a combination of them. And that's going to be based on how you swing your right stick. And then you will see the trajectory, so you can go around the wall, you can go over the wall, you can do a knuckle shot, for example. Ultimately, these systems are more, they're more fun, but you have more control, so that you feel like it's more rewarding. And you swing your right stick, and then you see the trajectory being created, and that's the cool part.
So, you know, for like us FPS gamers out there, maybe that's something that I can actually be good at, you know, like
Exactly
with the right stick. That's awesome. All right, so on the ball, talked off the ball, but the ball. That is the most essential part.
Ball.
With the ball.
We have a brand new ball physics system, and the ball is at the center of every match. And the innovation that we're bringing to the ball this year just gives you a more authentic experience.
I am
So we
stiff freezing.
how the ball behaves on every player contact, on every bounce, on every interaction, and how spin affects the trajectory of a shot, pass, or cross. So what you will see is more realistic player defense, more realistic
I apologize.
bounces. And if you do a shot, let's say a finesse shot, you will see maybe more curve. If you do a lace shot, you will see a dipping trajectory, a rising trajectory. There's more variety in general. So the entire FIFA experience feels fresh because of this new ball physics system.
Trying to get that ball to bounce in fun ways.
Yep.
Create some interesting moments,
Yep.
especially for a lot of our top players out there. Now, I know that a lot of fans, I'm sure, are going to be very excited to try out these new features. And since you have the eyes and ears of a ton of FIFA fans right now, floor is yours. Anything else you want to say to this community?
Yes, so the features that I just talked about are very important, but there are many other changes that we're doing in FIFA 20, and a lot of them are based on community feedback. One of them is pace. We know that sometimes slower defenders can catch up with faster dribblers, so we're tweaking pace in FIFA 20. It doesn't mean that the entire game is going to be based on player speed, but it just means that player physical attributes are going to be slightly more important. We're doing something very similar for strength. And finally, for those players that have mastered the skill moves, we're obviously tuning some of them. Let's say La Croqueta, we're adding new ones. Or if you would like to chain multiple skill moves in a row, then you will get a more realistic outcome. We're working on those.
So you're telling me that Tex can't like bust out like 3 elastic moves at the same time?
We'll see, but you will see new behaviors there.
Tex will still find a way. Tex will still find a way. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Now, when can players get their hands on FIFA 20?
So it's going to be September 27th.
Okay. Oh.
And there's some good news. If you have EA Access, you're subscribed to EA Access, you can get hands-on September 19th.
Wow.
A week before.
And then, of course, you know, EA Access coming to PS4.
Exactly, that's good news.
Which is great.
PS4 fans will also be
Which
able
is
to
great.
play FIFA September 19th.
All right, look at that there. And, of course, all those details can be found online, so don't forget about that. It is a hot day out here. We've been talking FIFA. I've been having a blast. Sam, thank you so much, man. Guys, give it up for Sam Rivera.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Now, don't forget, if you're in LA, come down to EA Play, try out FIFA 20 for yourself, or come watch some great street football competition at our custom Volta pitch. Keep an eye out because the FIFA team has a lot more to come between now and September. They'll be posting deep dives on the Pitch Notes platform. You get more info on gameplay, career mode, pro clubs, Volta, and
So mid-July they're
you want to talk about
fixing
it.
gameplay, and July there's career mode,
I'm Golden Boy.
bunch of
Thanks
stuff.
so much for watching. See you later.
15 minutes. No, I'm sorry, like about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes on FIFA. I'm like, that's why I was like, you're doing a half hour on FIFA? What do you have to tell? I mean, look, they spent like half of that. So they probably spent about maybe like 13 minutes about on Volta. And if Volta's in FIFA 20, that's actually really cool. That's actually a really cool thing. Like, look, I don't play, like, the sports games, as I stated in the beginning. But, like, seeing street football, that's really cool. They haven't done that in a FIFA game, or at least not to my memory, in the past. So having a street football mode in FIFA 20, if that's what they're putting in FIFA 20, that's really cool, and it adds a new aspect to the game itself. And of course, like, you know, when you make a new sports game, you have to do something different. You can't just go, you know, yes, you know, we've made the joke, I've made the joke, and tons of people, it's like, oh, you know, new sports game, it's just a new roster and stuff. But the developers behind it always try, and I mean try, to add something new to it. And they wanted to go, like, you know, on the ball, off the ball, and the ball itself. And and that's a big aspect when it comes to football, is the control of the ball itself. And how that plays out, I hope that pans out well. But with FIFA, really the most entertaining part of FIFA 20 was there's Trevor. Trevor's mic. There we go. Hey, it's Greg.
You just saw all the news on FIFA 20, and in a moment, Golden Boy will be talking with Daily Show host and superfan Trevor Noah about the exciting things we just saw. Do you think it's weird that Golden Boy gets to talk to Trevor Noah and not me? How are you?
All right, well, down you go.
Go away. Jeez. But first, we've got a very special message about EA's Play to Give campaign, so let's check it out.
Hey everyone, if you're watching this video, chances are you've likely seen or even personally experienced harassment when playing online games. In fact,
oh boy,
7% of players say they've been bullied or threatened online. We need to change that.
Absolutely. Games are for everyone, and the good news is we can all do something about it. EA is donating $1 million to 3 amazing nonprofits who are all about bullying prevention and inclusion in games. Ditch the Label, Pacer, and the United Nations He for She.
You can also help. Go to the link below, ea.com/playtogive, to learn more about these charities. On their websites, they have advice on what you can do if you're being bullied or how you can help others who are. You can also donate. Any amount you can contribute really makes a difference to these nonprofits.
Yeah.
With the help of Play to Give donations last year, these charities achieved some pretty cool things. He for She was able to expand its message of gender inclusivity in gaming to people around the world. Ditch the Label was able to help an additional 10,000 kids who are suffering from abuse. And Pacer reached 1.4 million people with information on how to combat bullying.
Thanks so much, everyone. When we work together, we can make games a space where everyone feels safe and included.
Enjoy the rest of EA Play.
You know what? Like, we've talked about EA, and we've talked about that on DualShocked, and there are some things. Whoa, geez, I can't even get talking. Jesus Christ!
Here at EA Play once again, and just so you know, it's always good to give back to a great cause.
They're just like, we're ready. Let's go.
About Play to Give Online. Now, everybody, welcome to the EA Play stage. The host of the Daily Show, FIFA Superfan.
Man, Trevor is just. Hey, I'm here.
Much for coming out, man. And you know, when they told me about this, so Greg obviously very salty he didn't get to do this interview. Stuck at Greg.
Greg's like, you're jabbing me.
Understand you are a massive fan of FIFA.
Well, I'm not a FIFA fan. FIFA is my full-time job, and then I do other things to sustain the habits. That's pretty much me.
Thank you, Trevor.
When you really play FIFA, you don't say that you're a fan. That's just what you do.
That's right.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
He plays for the team. I play FIFA professionally. That's what I do.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my job.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's kind of crazy for a guy who hosts a show called The Daily Show that you play FIFA on the daily, and yet you have to work, and yet that's not your full-time
Well, luckily
job.
there's nights. There's nighttime as well. You gotta allocate your time properly.
Okay.
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah, that is confirmed. All right. So who's your favorite team again?
Who's my favorite team? My team.
Who's your
That's what Ultimate Team is all about.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay,
Jesus
really?
Christ.
Really? That's where you're gonna go?
Why am I gonna go and support one team when I can create the best team ever? You know?
Okay, I feel like you just don't want to draw any battle lines.
Oh no! When it comes to the English Premier League, I'm Liverpool through and through. You know, I'm excited for what they did. Yeah, Pain in Kiev, join now. And then when it comes to Europe, I switch and I play with different teams. You know, because I get to enjoy just the players. But in the game, My team is the team.
Okay, so then who's like your big player on your team, on your ultimate team?
It depends. It changes depending on what card comes out. So for me right now,
Yep,
Gomez,
not wrong.
Small little man, does major things. One of my favorite players in the game. I know this is a weird one. Right back Almeida, one of my favorite players. Just like I like playing with weird characters that no one else is playing with. Because everyone out there is going to be playing with like 92 Vieira. Everyone's going to be trying to play with Gullit in the middle. And it's just like, who can you play with? Alan Napoli, one of the best players you can play with in FIFA. Mark my words. Go and get him. Go get him. Yeah.
There's a meta to
You
this.
gotta get like the weird players that no one else likes, and then like when you meet them with your team, they don't know who the players are. They don't know how they play, and that's what makes FIFA such an amazing game for me is the customization.
Dude, I tell you right now, blown away and very impressed. By the way, Trevor Noah, man, just dropping the knowledge out
thank
here.
you, man. Thank you.
Trevor, I know this is
Yeah.
a brief one, but I want to thank you so much for coming out to EA Play, my friend. It's been a blast.
Excited, man.
And you know,
Wait, what?
It is playable here, and we have to have a match. I think you and
What?
I, we have to have a match.
We
Wait.
have a match. I will school you.
Okay.
There won't be a match.
Okay. Yeah.
We can play together, and then I will teach you FIFA.
I kind of set myself up for that one. All right, well, Greg, back to you, buddy.
In a moment, Adam
You-
Rank is taking us on a deep dive on all kinds of new features
What?
coming to Madden 20. But first, power up your exosuits, freelancers, because we're talking Anthem.
Oh.
Help me get the 411. I'm joined
Oh,
by
boy.
live service.
Oh,
with
boy.
Ben Irving. Hey, Ben.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, buddy.
Coming. I can't believe you're really here.
Yeah.
Subreddit flipped out. I flipped out at Kind of Funny Games Daily. No Anthem at EA Play. What's happening?
Of course we're going to come to EA Play. We've got a booth out there with lots of fans coming through to play it. But really the big thing for us this year is working with our influencers and game changers. We have our new update called the Cataclysm on our public test server, and our time here this weekend is really about talking to them, getting feedback from all our players so we can make that a great game update.
All right, good. You got the marketing spiel out the way, man. Talk to me. It's been a interesting 4 months.
Yeah.
Interesting 4 months.
It's been an
What have you
interesting
guys
4 months.
Learned? What are you pivoting? What's happening?
Yeah, look, it's been a wild ride. You know, we've learned a lot of lessons over the last 4 months. I think one of the most important ones was just around listening to player feedback better. And so we spent some time really trying to get this PTS game update out, making sure instead of us saying to players, hey, this is what we think is really exciting, just give them the game update and say, you come and tell us, what are the things that you do like and the things that you don't like.
Well,
We're really trying to pivot more into that
That's
so
what
that we
you're
can
talking
learn
about.
more from what the players want.
That's what I found so fascinating when we were talking earlier, right? Is the fact that the public test server is there for people to get in, and you guys don't want to be like telling people what's cool. You want to start building this game with them.
Yeah, because
And that's good. And that's good.
They're the ones playing the game, so if they love it, great. And if they don't, they'll tell us the feedback, and we'll do our best to address it.
So everybody can get into the public test server right now?
Yeah, it's available on PC.
Oh, don't you do this to me. Just the internet just keeps going. Let's try. Let's just refresh this for a quick second.
Talking earlier, right? Is the fact that the public test server is there for
There we
people
go.
to get in, and you guys don't want to be like telling people what's cool. You want to start building this game with them.
Yeah, because you know, it doesn't matter what we think, it only matters what the players think. They're the ones playing the game, so if they love it, great. And if they don't, they'll tell us the feedback, and we'll do our best to address it.
So everybody can get into the public test server right now?
Yeah, it's available on PC right now.
For those of you here at EA Play, and those
There we go.
You can get your hands on Cataclysm right now. So join me and get back in the fight, freelancers. Now, everyone get excited because up next we have Adam Rank bringing you an exclusive first look at Madden gameplay with deep dives into the new X Factor abilities, face of the franchise, and more. So keep it here at EA Play.
There we go. So another minute and a half. So first, you brought Trevor Noah onto your stage and be like, you just talked about my team and you didn't even talk about anything. He just was there. That was like honestly a waste of Trevor Noah. Unless like Trevor Noah like just showed up as like, yo, I'm here because I love this stuff, and then they were like, oh, you go onto the main stage and just go. Like I'm like, that was kind of a waste in my opinion. But hey, whatever. But like with Anthem, look, I want nothing but that game to improve, and I really do hope that game does improve. But man, if you go watch a review, me and Guru Blaze have reviewed it. Go watch it, and mind you, we reviewed it around 2 weeks after launch. So, but anyway, Here we got Madden. We got American football.
I wanted a bigger pop than Trevor Noah, but that's okay. I'm still stoked to be here live from EA Play here in Los Angeles. Now back at the NFL Draft.
We here for Star Wars. That's why we here.
Features coming to Madden 20. Since then, we've been asking what you, the fans, want to see. Well, guess what? We've heard those results, and they were overwhelmingly clear. You guys want rank in the game. I'm in the game. I'm in no.
Dude, this dude's a really good hype man. I will say that.
Gameplay. We are going to give you actual gameplay. That's coming up in just a moment. We'll be bringing you your first look in Madden gameplay, the ones that you've been asking for. But right now up front, we're going to do a quick recap of 5 awesome new features coming to Madden 20 and show you even more details. Let's open things up with Face of the Franchise, the brand new career campaign that allows you to create a... You can pop for that. That's cool.
Like, come on, you can pop. Like, and everyone's like, oh, yes,
You'll be able to create a superstar quarterback, select one of 10 D1 schools, and compete in the college football playoffs. And speaking of superstar quarterbacks, we sat down with NFL MVP and Madden 20 cover athlete Patrick Mahomes to hear more about his superstar journey.
Yo, you need to put Aaron Rodgers on that next.
I've always loved competing. And to me, there's no added pressure. There's no added expectations. That's stuff that I put on myself since I was a little kid. I feel like I'm just that same guy that's been putting in the time and the work my whole entire life. Now it's about pushing myself every single day to get better. It's about passion. I'm going out there having fun. You have to make sure that you're just evolving and never being satisfied with where you're at. Coming to the league, it seems like every single year there's some different guy that's just faster and stronger and bigger. And so we have to find different ways to get better, and those are the guys that find ways to win in the end. Every single year, from college to coming to the league, and as my career goes on, I just keep getting better and better at the approach from each play and recognizing what you have to do to have success. The first time I ever ran out the tunnel in front of that crowd, it was a surreal feeling, and I'll never forget it. My expectation was to win the Super Bowl, and I fell just short of that. You use that stuff as motivation. This is just the beginning.
Pre-order the Superstar Edition, play 3 days early.
Patrick Mahomes.
and just like on ESPN.
He's amazing. He's an amazing
We got the rundown of what we got to go through.
Taking on in Face of the Franchise. And joining me right now is Madden Community Manager Israel Cruz, a.k.a. Agent K.
That's a red hat. I love that hat so hard.
On Face of the Franchise, as well as some of the other exciting features that are.
I love it that he's like, yep, I'm going to wear this.
It's great to be, you look a little crispy up top, and me too, so I brought you one as well.
Oh, yeah, that's the bald man hat right there.
I wear a 7 3/4, although there's a guy in a Khalil Mack jersey. Take off the Chiefs cap, put this on.
Hey, there you go.
Don't give away those secrets.
You got to protect the noggin, man.
Yeah.
You got to protect the noggin.
Good to see you, though.
Hey,
Thanks for coming out.
Too. Thank you so much. Over the last few weeks, we've been talking about Madden 20 on live streams, and it's been great. Our community has been really engaged, and we've been asking them questions. What do you want to see here at EA Play? Right. And this is the culmination. We took their feedback. We're going to talk a little bit about those things. And regarding Face of the Franchise, our players wanted to see an NFL draft experience, kind of like what's going on. Right. So you'll see in one of these screens right here, what's really great is you're going into the NFL draft sequence right here. You're in the green room. Your player's a little bit nervous, representing the Texas Longhorns, go Horns, and has to finish that cheeseburger right there. So.
It's still Los Angeles. The Rose Bowl from a couple of years ago, still looming large, though. So be cool with that. Well, listen, don't get mad at me. Stop.
I love this dude. I really like this.
All right, so here's the thing.
Don't get mad at me. No.
Awesome. I love the detail there. Once you get drafted, you're now in franchise mode and all that stuff. And I hear the Pro Bowl is coming back too.
Ooh.
Should Madden fans know?
Yeah, so it's really cool. The Pro Bowl is back in Madden 20. When you're going to go ahead and install the game, you're going to be able to play the Pro Bowl, get your hands on those Superstar X Factors, play with them a little bit. But our franchise players are wanting to see more about the scenario engine, and we're going to show a little bit about that. Now, the scenario engine, what it does, it brings dynamic quests, kind of dynamic challenges into the game that help you improve your player and their ratings.
It gives you more Ultimate Team points.
You said it earlier, people want to see more about gameplay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about gameplay.
Is there a blog where they can check all that stuff out too?
Yes, there is. We've written quite a few blogs. We have Gridiron Notes, which you can go ahead and search the web. You'll find those. But we also have a franchise deep dive blog that details everything out coming to franchise in Madden 20.
Okay, for all the play callers and armchair coaches, what else can they look forward to?
You know, like real estate, it's like location, location, location. People want playbooks, playbooks, playbooks. Of
course.
Now, this year, Madden 20, we're having RPOs coming into the game, which are run pass options, which is great. But not just that, but our players have been asking for new formations. So right here, we have out of the Raiders playbook, a unique formation, which is actually called double, single back double off close. And what's great about this is a PA sweep play we've got going.
See, like,
I
never understood what those plays ever, like, what it means.
The course of the season, we're going to go ahead and evolve those playbooks. And as things happen in the NFL, we're going to bring that stuff to the NFL.
Yeah, I see the one Derek Carr fan out there was very excited to see that Raiders playbook. And I know that we've got a lot of, two Raider fans. Wear a jersey next time. I can't identify you without it. It's okay. Listen, I'm talking to Israel, though. Here's the thing. Now, we've got a lot of Madden Ultimate Team fans in the house. Am I right? Yeah, right?
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Tell us a little bit more about those Ultimate missions.
Yeah, so Ultimate missions are great. A lot of times our Madden Ultimate Team players, when they log into the game, they're always trying to find the most up-to-date content. So one of the things this year that we're trying to do is provide them kind of a guide, an information hub, so then when they log in, they're not spending all that time looking in different areas. They can get the player items that they want for their team to make the best squad possible. Hey, I heard that. So one of the things that's absolutely great, let's say Khalil Mack has an amazing game on Sunday. You know, you log into Madden, you log in Madden Ultimate Team, you want to be able to find it. So basically, we're going to go ahead and provide you that information guide, that step-by-step process, so you can get that item on your team.
Now, the Khalil Mack fan sitting here loves hearing that. The guys, the two Raider fans over here, not so much, whatever. We appreciate what you guys, I know, talk about the Rose Bowl being too soon. Yeah, we love the Raiders. I love John Gruden, what he's done for our team. Now, the thing that we're most excited for, though, is the Superstar X Factor abilities. These make the
Man, he is zooming through this. If this is it, god dang.
Can you give us a little bit of a reveal in some of these abilities?
Yeah, so our players have been asking us to go ahead and talk about these Superstar X Factors. The first one we're going to reveal is Alvin Kamara, which is great. He has in-zone abilities. He also has superstar abilities, and we're going to go ahead and take a look right here. What's cool about his zone ability is called Satellite. You've heard of Satellite backs, right?
I know what it is.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I mean, these guys are...
Running backs have the talent to be elite receivers. When they enter the zone, this ability increases their success rate on possession and RAC catches against a single coverage.
He's absolutely amazing out of the backfield, but he also has superstar abilities. So those superstar abilities are matchup nightmare. So basically, you're going to go ahead and have better opportunities to go ahead and catch.
It's like a super.
And DBs, and also better route running. I mean, he's absolute beast. And he also has running back apprentice. What running back apprentice actually does for him is that it allows him to have 4 additional hot routes anytime and pre-play adjustments.
Love that. Now, listen, everybody who knows me knows I'm kind of a dumb guy. So can you explain the difference between zone abilities and superstar abilities?
Yeah, so for zone abilities, we talked about Satellite. So what's going to happen is in-game, you're going to go ahead and get some in-game objectives on how to go ahead and get your player in the zone. And, you know, Clint's going to talk a little bit here about how you're going to be able to knock them out of the zone. But the thing is that superstar abilities, what that's going to allow you to do is that they're always available, they're always on, and not just that, but it brings like a unique, authentic feel to that specific player. So with Kamara, one of the things that we were actually showing right there is that it's going to allow him to go ahead and do some amazing things out of the backfield.
It's just another level of authenticity. It's whatever.
Authenticity.
Been asking us for a long time players to feel like NFL superstars when they're on the field, and we want to give that to them.
Okay, now to help us get even more down and dirty and some of those details on X Factor abilities, I want everybody right now, this is serious, put your hands together, because joining us here on the stage here in just a moment is one of the best wide receivers on the planet from the Pittsburgh Steelers, from the University of Southern California, a hardcore Madden fan. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way in the back, give it up for Juju Smith-Schuster. There it is. The crowd loves Juju, right? Yeah. Juju. You guys, oh my goodness. You know what? Thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate you taking
He's
the
like,
time.
why aren't you? The problem is you're not with the crowd that's normally of football fans. Like, you have your football fans there, but like.
Here, you see the fans, the Steelers fans.
Look at that.
I was here last year, and it was amazing setup. And to come back again, no question. And, you know, when I heard about Madden 20, and I heard about Pat Mahomes being on the cover and that whole X Factor thing, I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Now, you had a monster year once again. You know, you're obviously one of the best players in the league. Kind of go through the thought process. When you're on the field, you're in zone, you see single coverage. What are you thinking?
When I see that one-on-one, it's the opportunity of me getting the ball, you know, knowing that the defense is coming and the quarterback has to put the ball a lot faster. And all I can think in my head is, like, catch the ball, get yak yards, score touchdowns, celebrations. And pretty much in my head, I'm just like, wow, like, let's make a play, big plays.
Did you make big play? What you had a 97-yard reception? Or did you have 2?
Yeah, 2.
Oh, you had 2 of them. That's right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sell you short. Now, in addition to getting all those yak yards, you're also known for wrestling away those jump balls. So it's no surprise to me that your zone ability is double me. Is it cool if we take a look?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, so what you guys are going to see right here with like Juju said, once he gets that single coverage and he is in the zone, there is no stopping him. The only way that you're going to be able to stop him is to go ahead and double cover him. And at the end of the day, you know, it's a new meta to the game. If you want to stop Juju, you got to double cover him.
Well, first of all, you can't stop him. Let's just put that out there right now. What did you think? Do you think we nailed it? What do you think?
That's awesome. That's crazy. That's definitely something I see myself doing. You know, the double coverage, especially this year, it's gonna be super exciting, and I just can't wait. You know, having an X Factor, I can't wait to use it in the game, use myself in the game.
And are you ready to check it out? Are you excited to start playing?
Super excited.
All right. Well, you're in luck because we've got Madden 20 playable right here at EA Play. You and Agent K can go try it out. Agent K, is there any way that our fans at home can maybe try this out as well?
Well, you know, I think a lot of people that are here are going to get a chance to go ahead and check out our our closed beta that's going to be happening for Madden 20. It's going to be happening on June 14th to the 16th. But I believe over at the Madden booth, we're giving out some codes. You guys may have seen it. So if you haven't checked it out, go over to the booth. There's going to be a blog up. I believe Man of the People, Z Farrells, is going to go ahead and be talking about that, putting out. Check out our social channels. All that information is there. I brought a couple of codes here for Juju. We're going to give Juju some codes as well. We're also going to be sharing on social channels. Check that out.
Adam's like, give it to me!
You want some, Adam?
Do you mind?
Are you sure? All right, here you go. But no, it's actually awesome. But not just that, but we're going to work with Juju. He's going to be giving out codes on his channel. So again, tune into our social channels. All the information there about the closed beta happening on June 14th to June 16th. But since you're here, you guys can grab it early, download it, and get ready for June 14th.
All right, thank you so much for coming out. Israel, Juju, go play the game. Awesome. Go play the game. Give it a round of applause.
There you go.
Juju Smith-Schuster, there he goes, handing out those codes. I don't know that you're going to get those back. I don't know if he's going to. All right, well, Juju's going to go get a taste of what Madden 20 is all about. But don't go anywhere, guys, because we've got even more Madden 20 gameplay to show you right now. Because please welcome to the stage our senior gameplay designer, Clint Oldenburg. Put it together, everybody.
Man, I will say, Adam right here, good hype man. He's a good hype man. Keep it going! What are you doing?
Wonderful.
It's like he was just like, I'm here to see Juju. He gone? All right. I'm
want to
done.
dig a little bit deeper. Tell me a little bit more about how they impact gameplay.
Like,
That's a great question. I'm going to follow.
It is going to be ridiculously hard to put over these sports games here. Every single time. It doesn't matter. It's just, sports games are the hardest to put over during E3.
You have somebody like Juju Smith-Schuster. I want to see him make some big plays.
That's exactly right.
And sorry that you have to follow it, by the way.
That was a hard assignment,
booking,
man.
by the way.
That was a really hard assignment.
Trevor Noah, Juju, and now Clint. Hey!
Hey!
That's good. Yeah, give it up.
Yeah, so you mentioned superstars. The NFL is such a star-driven league. Madden is no different. We set out with a creative vision this year to make our stars feel like stars. So we created this ability system known as Superstar X Factors. These abilities are going to bring authentic skills that make these guys feel unique and powerful so that every individual game is unique and game planned differently.
And that's what it's all about, authenticity. And that's great that you guys take that extra level of real.
I would like to know
some more X Factors in action. Can we, we talked about.
I would like to know what X Factors the Packers have. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff to show you here with Patrick Mahomes, our cover athlete. Bazooka is his zone ability.
Now, to get into the zone, you have to do an in-game objective. With Mahomes, you have to complete 4 passes of 30 yards or more, and once you get inside the zone, denoted there by his X-Factor icon, he can throw the ball further than anyone else in the game. His max pass distance has increased about 15 yards to about 80. You can bomb the thing.
Everybody's going and eyeing. I mean, that's what we see on Sunday. Now, you talked about the air yards. It's got to be air yards, right? Not dump off
Correct.
Damian Williams?
Exactly. 4 passes of 30 yards or more, that's traveling in the air 30 yards, so the rack yards don't count.
Now, this all makes sense because obviously Mahomes has a hell of an arm, but can all quarterbacks make throws like that, or is this just exclusive to him?
Bazooka is exclusive to Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's got the big arm. He's on record as throwing an 83-yard pass. We may be selling him a little bit short. But This is not a gimmick ability. These things are inspired by their real-life skills that make them special.
So that's his zone ability. Does he have any others?
Yes, he also has superstar abilities. As an X-Factor, one of our better X-Factors, he has a zone ability and then superstar abilities. We're going to break down his loadout here, right here. We got escape artists.
I like that. They give these quarterbacks like almost like they're like the heroes. They're these guys get the superpowers. Like, and that's really cool.
And then Dashing Deadeye gives him perfect passing accuracy when throwing on the run. So it's a nice little combo there. Perfect passing accuracy is the best accuracy you can have in our game.
And then here's the red zone?
Yeah, red zone Deadeye. If you watched him last year, you know he was deadly in the red zone. When he's inside the 20-yard line, again, perfect passing accuracy. Lastly, no look Deadeye. I'm really excited about this one. He's going to have perfect accuracy. The only quarterback in the game at launch to have perfect accuracy on crossbody throws. Exclusive to him is the no-look signature Mahomes animation.
That's his signature look. That's exactly what he does every Sunday, and everybody gets upset about it. And this is the thing, though. I know Mahomes, I get it. He plays like a star. But come on, this is kind of a lot. Is he unbeatable? If I'm on the other side of the ball, like, what can I do to stop him?
Now, you must play Madden, because that's a question our players are going to want to know.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, it's a chess match. So just like in the NFL, the way to shut down a high-powered passing game is pass rush. The defense is going to have knockout conditions when these guys are in the zone. You're going to see here Mahomes with his X-Factor icon lit up. He's in the zone. Von Miller's going to sack him. The objective for the Broncos in this game is sack Mahomes, knock him out of the zone. So each team's going to have ways to counter each other.
So again, it's authentic football conditions. It's a chess match. It's all that stuff.
Exactly. And if you pull that objective off, you knock him out of the zone, then he has to go through his objectives again to get back into the zone.
All right, well, that's a little bit reassuring. I'm glad that there's some checks and balances that go along with all that stuff. But we all know, and I know you're an offensive guy, but defense wins championships. We've seen what the offense can do. Let's talk about the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
You know who I want to see? One of the most incredible athletes in the NFL, regardless of position, Aaron Donald. What's he all about?
Yeah, I mean, Aaron
You
Donald
can pop Aaron
is
Donald.
scary. Yeah, give it up for Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is scary. So I played offensive line when I played, and I knew I couldn't block him. That's why I'm sitting in this chair. So he's reflected pretty well. He's got his own ability called Fearmonger.
Okay.
What makes him special is when he gets in the zone, he can actually apply pressure penalties to the quarterback, even when he's engaged in a block. Typically, those penalties only occur when you're free rush, unblocked to the quarterback. He does it while he's blocked. We're going to take a look at some of these. He also has superstar abilities. You're going to see these in the video. There was the pressure penalty applied to the quarterback.
Right.
In addition to that, he has pass rush elite. That's a superstar ability that gives him quicker, faster pass rush shed moves as a pass rusher. And then under pressure,
So does every single
applying to the throw power and throw accuracy of the
like
quarterback, more
athlete
punitive.
have
So he's
an
a
X factor?
quite a disruptive pass rusher.
Because that's one of the things, too. It's not necessarily, especially with somebody who's playing defensive tackle, it's not somebody who's always going out there and getting sacks. It's guys who are going out there and also getting pressure up the middle, pushing offensive linemen into the face of the quarterback.
Yeah, it lends itself to more strategy in the game. You got to know who you're playing against. You got to know who you're playing with. Like I said, it's a chess match out there. And then one important note here with all the passing abilities, you said Mahomes seemed really powerful. Putting pressure on the quarterback is going to be the direct counter to a lot of those abilities.
And that takes them off their game, and that takes them off of X Factor and everything like that.
Absolutely.
So it's good to have those guys. One of the cool things, too, that I've noticed when you're watching all the play and all that stuff going on is that you've worked really hard to bring these guys' unique abilities to life and put their personalities out there. And that includes some custom animations. So what are some of the examples of these custom animations we're checking out?
These are super cool. We didn't want our superstars to just feel great. We want them to look great, too. The first place is quarterback, cover athlete Patrick Mahomes. We went out and captured these guys' signature passing animations. We have coverage for about 6 to 7.
Yeah, my man Aaron Rodgers.
Quarterbacks in the game. We're going to continue to add to these throughout the year. Aaron Rodgers, quick release. Drew Brees, you know, he's always fidgeting if you're a Saints fan. And it extends beyond quarterbacks. Everyone knows Zeke Elliott's feed me, getting the team in the zone. These animations, you know, celebrations, throw styles, it's to connect with your favorite players, connect with your superstars on the field.
Well, you saw it. Like, why when we saw the thing with Ezekiel Elliott, somebody who's a Cowboys fan or just likes watching him play, that they can identify with. They start cheering and they like seeing that kind of stuff. I don't like seeing Aaron Rodgers leave his feet and throw the ball 90 yards down the field. But whatever.
Great.
We don't have to get into that, Khalil Mack.
That's all right.
Shut up, man. Aaron Rodgers is amazing.
Features. What about player mechanics? Because as a player, what are like some of the tools in my toolbox, so to speak?
Nailed it with the toolbox.
Right,
Love
it is. It's kind of what it is.
Yeah, we're always looking at ways to add new mechanics to the game, give our players more control. There's two that we want to go over today, and they're both for the quarterback. The first is the new scramble mechanic or pull down mechanic. What this does is give you the ability on a passing play to pull down the passing icons with a button press, become a ball carrier, full access to all the spin moves, jukes, ball carrier moves, and then you can bring back your icons again with the same button press and throw it at any time. Makes any quarterback dual threat, brings some skill. Here with Ben Roethlisberger, we're looking at the new pump fake mechanic. You can now pump fake to a specific
nice.
by double tapping the button. You're going to see the reticle come up to get guys to bite on it. It could dual purpose mechanic. You can also use it to pull down if you feel like you've made a poor decision and you want to cancel the throw. Just quickly double tap it. You'll pull it back down.
So you can, kind of pump fake it to an outside guy and then check it down to a tight end or something like that?
Absolutely. You can even use it on double moves. If you want Juju to run a slant and go, pump fake it on the slant, take him deep.
Oh, that's amazing.
I like that.
This keeps getting better, and you know this. You played in the NFL not too long ago, but the game has changed so much in the number of years since you've been gone. We've seen a lot of college coaches come in, and they've brought in their offenses, and most recently Cliff Kingsbury down there in Arizona, bringing in his high-powered offense. Kyler Murray, not a prototypical quarterback. He's shorter, but they're going to do a lot of that run-pass option. Are you bringing that into the game?
Yes, super excited to announce that we are delivering RPOs, as they're known. I mean, you can't watch an NFL broadcast without hearing that acronym, RPO.
All they talk about.
13, 14 times, right? So this is a concept taking the entire football world by storm. We actually have 3 different types of RPOs in our game. We have alerts, peaks, and reads. I'm going to break those down really quick for our players. The first is an alert. That's a very basic pre-snap read. You're calling a running play, and you're going to look at what the defense is aligned in. If you think you can run the play, you just call the play, you hit nothing, you'll hand it off, and away you go. However, what's cool about those plays is you can branch out of that handoff at any time just by hitting the receiver icon and throw it if he's open. So that's a really cool way to be creative on offense. And then there's 2 other types. The peak, more similar to a
Watching this is fine, but like to me, like I've tried to play football games in the past, and it's like another language to me. It's just like gibberish. I don't get it.
Hold the button down, hand it off to the running back, gain yards on the ground. Lastly, the read. This is more like the traditional triple option play. You're going to read 2 to 3 defenders after the snap, look at their behavior, then decide if you want to hand it off to your running back, keep it with your quarterback, or throw it to the receiver. We actually have over 200 RPO plays in our playbooks this year.
220. That's a lot. That is very impressive. And it sounds like you've built in a lot more flexibility. Are there any other formations or plays coming to the game?
Oh, yeah. You're going to see, if there's any Eagles fans in here, you're going to see something cool here in a minute. We got new animation technology as part of our RPO story. So we were able to put in a lot of these cool concepts you're seeing in the NFL right now. Philly Special is in the game.
Look away,
we're going to see
Patriot
that.
fans.
On the gameplay right here. There it is right there. We also have a lot of jet sweep touch pass concepts. You're seeing the Chiefs and the Rams, teams like that using end arounds. You're going to see a lot of fresh, unique content in the playbooks. And the cool thing is, we're going to be updating the playbooks all season long to make sure that we're staying up to date with the NFL.
This is all amazing.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Clint.
Well, that's kind of what you need to do.
Game. We've dropped a lot of awesome info here about Madden 20 here at EA Play. I just want to say once again, I'm Adam Rank. If you want even more Madden 20 news, you can tune in to the Madden channel right after this. But before we finish up, though, I've got one last treat for you. Player ratings. They're one of the trickiest things to get right in Madden. Well, in addition to being a game designer, Clint uses his background as a former NFL player to help make sure that those ratings are accurate, and our friends over at ESPN have helped to put together a little video to get us the scoop on the best job in the world, the Madden Ratings Adjuster. Let's roll it.
This is good.
Sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver.
the NFL's biggest game. Mind you, it's the only game. One position reigns supreme.
A 90 overall?
Yeah, y'all know about jumping week, bro. I seen that.
My Madden rating is horrible. It is trash.
We're trying to make our
Oh!
I would like Saquon Barkley's jump to be accurately rated.
It should be like 93, 94.
Oh boy! Yep, because this is the ratings for. It's the same thing when like WWE comes out. They're adding ratings to this.
I need my speed up. Just turn the notch up a little bit for you, boy. Mine sucks. Who does my Madden ratings?
Hey, Clint, raise your hand, Clint. Yeah, I'm coming to you.
I'm Clint Oldenburg, and I'm a Madden rating performance adjuster.
Ooh boy. Oh, they're gonna give out the ratings on the June 21st. It looks like, oh boy, that's actually pretty cool.
Between those new X Factor abilities, face of the franchise, and the RPO, and all that gameplay, Madden fans have a lot to be excited about. And now, I can't wait for our final show of the day. It's more epic than Star Wars, more extreme than Battlefield, and more competitive than Madden.
Oh my God!
Apex Legends combined. That's right.
Yep.
I'm talking about The Sims.
Yes, it's The Sims. No, I don't know.
Has inspired me to come up with some legend ideas of my own. So I'm now joined by Apex Legend game designer Griffin Dean has agreed to hear my feedback. Griffin Dean, what makes a great legend?
So in a lot of ways, it has to do
He's
with
like, good.
The way that they interact in the ecosystem of characters and a lot of sort of creating interesting interactions and choices for players. So a lot of it has to do with
Yes.
Sort of the way that the legends work together as a unit rather than them individually.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really base my picks or my descriptions on that, but I can work on the fly.
All right,
Let me first off tell you about the Grabbler.
The Grabbler?
The Grabbler. The Grabbler.
Okay. Takes things. Okay. So he could be taking people's ammunition.
This is mine now. I'm gonna take this. This is mine now. I'm gonna take these things. This is mine. I'm gonna take this. This is mine. I call this. This is mine. This is internet. Needs to be fixed. It's also mine. You just take it. Just take it. It's always like after the, like in between. It's always like in between.
Well, I didn't really base my picks or my descriptions on that, but I can work on the fly.
There we go. Come on now.
First off, tell you about the Grabbler.
The Grabbler.
Grabbler. He likes to take things. He takes things.
Okay.
So he could be taking people's ammunition.
Okay.
He could take that. You know, you put your pings up. He can take away.
There
we go.
This is.
What about Portillo?
Portillo. What is?
It's off of his dog.
It's my wiener dog.
Yeah, it's his wiener dog.
People have a problem with me on the internet. No one ever has a problem with Portillo.
No, everyone loves Portillo. I love Portillo.
Thematically, I could see that working.
And then, what about Dwayne the Rock Johnson, huh?
The Rock Dwayne, Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, no, that's you just. I feel like there'd be a lot of wrestling involved.
That's what I want. That's what I want. Give me that. That's what I
I
want.
understand the Rock. Go over there. Okay. Get to work on these ideas. All right. Vince said I had to just.
Jesus, Greg. Damn.
Hey. If it isn't Golden Boy himself, how you doing? You killing it? I haven't gotten to see you today.
I know a little bit about Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, I know. Titan Games, NBC, whatever.
Just
you're
saying.
Big time now. You're a big deal.
Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. All those ideas, by the way, were freaking awful. Just want to throw it out there.
I thought it was
whatever, dude.
Except for Portillo.
I don't know what you
That's the
mean.
only thing that gets me over.
Portillo's the only thing that gets him over.
Alex, what was it like talking to Trevor Noah?
Hey, Trevor Noah is awesome. Did not expect him to be as hardcore of a FIFA fan as he was. He I said on
awesome.
Twitter, he schooled me like straight up. I respect that. You know? I like going toe to toe with a fellow wordsmith on the stage. You know.
All right, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of Trevor Noah? Let us know in the chat.
He literally just showed up and did like almost nothing.
Done yet.
I mean, if he's a fan, awesome. I mean, he sounded like a fan. He knew what he was talking about, which is great.
And what's new for The Sims 4, including the world-exclusive reveal of a brand new pack. Stay tuned.
People are excited. That's great. Hey, last one. We got The Sims 4. I remember playing Sims way back when I was a teenager. Oh, man. I remember like coming home from school and I would just sit on my computer and throw on The Sims and just have a time. Like, oh, man, I remember playing The Sims. That was a fun game, and The Sims has always been fun. It's the same. That formula has always been fun to play. Sims 4, it's great. All the Sims, it's great. And all it's been is that every single time it's just more expansions, more stuff.
Oh, you guys are great. Welcome, Simmers, to EA Play. Yes.
There you go. Now we got a really good crowd. This is a way better crowd.
Series The Sims. Oh yeah.
Man.
I'm Julie Hardy, and
Sims-
today we're giving you a guided tour of what's new with The Sims 4, plus a couple of fun surprises, so stay tuned. Now, to help me translate all of this Simlish, everybody join me in welcoming General Manager Lindsay Pearson and Senior Producer Michael Duke.
Yeah!
Thanks so much for coming out, guys. So, I'm super excited. I know you guys are super excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been with The Sims a long time, and this is one of my favorite things to do, is come out and see all of you and tell you exciting things.
Absolutely.
Yeah!
It's going to be a big year for us. It's actually, we're celebrating 20 years of making
20 years? Jesus Christ!
Lindsay and I keep debating it, but I think this is going to be the best year yet.
I think it might be.
Well, I mean, really what we want to know is, what have you got for us? Come on.
Tell me! I didn't know! What we have right now?
Couldn't come empty-handed. So we'll start with our big one first. I'll let you take that.
Absolutely. So we have the next expansion pack for The Sims 4, Sims 4 Island Living.
Wait, what?
Let's check out that trailer. Yeah.
Did I hear Island Living? Oh, yeah! That's what everyone's like, yes, I want to live in the tropics. Yo. Everyone's a mermaid. Island Living, yep. Oh, it's coming to consoles July 16th. Nice.
Oh, that was so cool. And look, we're in our own little island paradise. Can I just say, I didn't know what the reveals were going to be, and I accidentally just wore this. Super weird.
That's rad.
And obviously, you know, talking about fashion, there's a lot of island fashion there. One of the biggest things people absolutely love. What can we be? What can we be dressing up as? What can we look like?
Absolutely. You know, to capture that island spirit, we needed to have a lot of new outfits and capture those
Is
colors.
my outfit going to be in there? You're going to put it together,
Not
right?
exactly that, but
What? Why
certainly
not?
those bright colors like you're showing off there. But, you know, we really wanted to add a lot of island wear and that stuff you can stay cool in when it's so hot.
It's true.
Yeah. And we had to bring in a lot of new fun colors and patterns, but also hairs, accessories, everything to deck out head to toe to just chill and relax on this beautiful island.
And I mean, look, that's some amazing fashion right there. But what if, you know, I'm getting a little bit hot. I'm not someone who likes to dwell on a beach too much. Yeah, what if I want to go in the water? What's going to be happening there?
So we're very excited. So for the first time in The Sims 4, our Sims are going to be able to walk right into the open water.
That's great.
And we're opening up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Open water gameplay.
Just been teasing the water.
Yeah.
At this point. It's there.
I mean, like you saw in the trailer, she walks right in. Our Sims are going to be able to do that, and you can snorkel in the water. There's swimming, floating, and there's also those pretty awesome aqua zips.
Yeah.
You're in a hurry to get where you're going.
So, what inspired you guys to introduce this kind of ocean gameplay this time?
Yeah, well, we've taken The Sims to a lot of different worlds and a lot of different places, but we hadn't yet really played with the idea of where the land and the water meet and really bring you into an ocean environment, which seems like a great addition.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, when I think of tropical islands, I'm thinking of, you know, like palm trees, ocean waves, relaxing on the beach. So, like, tell me more about this world. What can I actually do in it?
Yeah, so the island of Sulani will have all of those things and more. It really is the perfect place to unplug and enjoy this natural feel. So you can explore all these little alcoves. You can live closer to the coast, or you can live higher up towards the hills, or
What's wrong?
Yeah. So no, wait. Is there There's an active volcano here.
Absolutely,
Sorry,
yeah.
you were selling me the dream of living on an island.
Well-
Now I'm not sure I really want to go there.
So-
It is a real island.
Most islands are formed by volcanoes.
Yeah.
Just
But
so
don't
you
get
know.
nitpicky.
Yeah, so we had to put this active volcano in there. Now, you don't have to live next to it, but
Right.
the riskier Sims may choose to live nearby.
Oh yeah, and then
sometimes
Kel
it gets
surprise.
angry.
Something
You gotta watch out
terrible
for those
happens.
lava bombs.
Don't
do
what?
it. Like,
Don't.
Oh, The Sims.
I
They
mean-
don't. I don't know how that was gonna
I mean,
go,
what do
but
you
probably
expect's
not
going to
well.
happen when you touch something really, really hot?
I don't know.
Well, slightly dangerous.
I mean, what other surprises are in store on this island? I mean, I, for one, want to know if I can befriend any kind of cute animals there. What kind of animals can we befriend?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be The Sims if we didn't let you make friends with some of the animals.
There you go.
So in this case, the one we're really excited about is
It's a dolphin!
Yes.
So our art team and animators just blew away the expectation on this.
Any
The dolphin's
research
so much
trips
fun.
like the Battlefield team, just going off to somewhere hot? Like,
No, we're
we
gonna
need
talk
go
to
an
them about
island.
how they got to do that.
Yeah, clearly we
You get to hang out with dolphins!
Cute,
Yeah.
And you get to make like a really nice friend with them, and maybe they'll do tricks for you or squirt water in your face. You know?
Absolutely. Well, and then we added a bunch of tropical fish to the water too.
Yes.
So we really wanted to get those coral reefs around the island to feel lush and full, and so that meant more fish.
Lovely. I mean, I don't know. We don't have fish like that in the UK. I mean, we might do, but the water's so murky.
Down there.
I mean, they must
Lovely.
be. What do you put with the chips?
Right.
I'm sure
Fish
they're
and
not
chips,
good
there you
at
go.
all.
It tastes delicious. You have that going for it.
I mean, I think the island looks so relaxing. Obviously, it's not really about vacation. It's also, it's about kind of working there as well. But like, what's kind of like the feel and the vibe of the island going to be like?
You know, I think it's one of those things we talk a lot about in the team is capturing what it would be like to really live on that island. It's not just a place you vacation, but we wanted this to be a place that's home for your Sims.
Or, tricks to be played on you.
Well, that happens too.
Well, and so there's lots to do on the beach. You saw sun tanning, sun burning, building
today.
castles. The whole family can go out and play together, find seashells, or the mischievous Sims, knock things down.
Well, and Aquazips. I want to say it again. But they're so good.
What are they called again?
Aquazips.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Not jet skis,
There's a lot to
aquazips.
look at, so you've got to take time to really explore it all.
Okay, so obviously we've established that Sulani is like a great place for Sims to kind of kick back and, you know what, but what if my Sims, they don't want to I can't personally lie on a beach for longer than about 30 minutes and get really bored. What if they want to get their hands dirty?
Well, I'm very excited about a new thing that we're introducing. If your Sims want a new career to take care of this island, you can actually become a conservationist. And your job is going to be to keep this ecosystem looking beautiful.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was certainly one of the big goals was a way for your Sims to kind of care for their world.
Yeah.
And make it a better place.
Yeah, and obviously, very relevant with everything that's going on today in the world and how everyone's kind of a lot more kind of aware. So was that kind of what inspired you guys to bring that in?
You know, I think there's a few things that really hit us. I mean, the first was just, it's something we all care about. A lot of us on the dev team worry about the environment and what's going on, but we talked about the idea that this island's this closed ecosystem, and so your actions and choices are going to have a lot more impact. And so something new we've added here and we're really excited about is the island actually changes over time. So if you're taking care of it,
Oh, right, okay.
it'll actually become more lush. You'll see more greenery, brighter, beautiful flowers, and there's Lindsay's favorite part.
More butterflies.
Butterfly! Yay!
So, today happens to be World Oceans Day, which is amazing. That's
right.
exactly what we were talking about.
totally
How do we
planned for
take
that.
care of these ecosystems?
So obviously,
That's what you plan on? Oh, come on now. No, don't you do this to me. No.
it's really, really beautiful.
There we go.
You can kind of go out there, but sometimes you want to make a little bit of cash. I mean, barbecue meat, I presume, is expensive. I don't know, but so how can we make some extra simoleons while we're
Like
there?
we said, we wanted to make this a place you live, which
Yeah.
means you've got to have a way to earn some simoleon.
Yeah, and
and so,
the gap year has to end sometime.
Eventually.
You have to go home
Unfortunately.
and earn some money as much as we
so
have.
we added a couple odd jobs and things that you could kind of work on the hours you wanted to, right? And so we've added the ability to make fishing more of a career, and then also the lifeguard, so you can get your tan while you're working.
If you want to spend more time in the water, you can be a dive instructor. There's a lot of different ways to just pick up a job when you want and earn a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So I suppose one of the important things as well is, as it's not a vacation, as you are actually kind of living on this island, obviously, you have to kind of be aware and know what's kind of part of local culture, because you're not just there on holiday and you go in and go out, you're living there. So what kind of, the side of the culture of the island can we actually see within?
Right, yeah, this is a place that you live, and the locals are super friendly, actually, and are going to come and help you out with all sorts of different things as you explore the island.
I know, you were talking about this the other day, like, actually, like, all the neighbors are really, really helpful and help you.
You know, like if a fire happens to break out, your neighbor might bust in and help you put out that fire.
That's lovely. That's what
they're so nice.
should do.
So, but they also have their own traditions, their own sort of activities that you might be able to join in. So you might stumble across a barbecue that they've started in town, or a little festival to sort of celebrate things going on.
There you go.
And you might even stumble into a kava party.
Sorry, what, a kava party? What's a kava party?
So a kava is a special island drink that your sim can learn how to make and share with their friends on the island. It's one of the many delicacies you'll learn kind of exploring life in Sulani.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things we talked about was we wanted to have this island have a little history to it, just some sense of feeling of some people have lived here a long time, and there are traditions that are unique to this place, the world of Sulani.
So how can we kind of learn more about the island's history, like when we're there? How do we do that? Aside from, drinking kava.
Well, I mean, that might be one experience you should try, but on top of that, something else the team was really excited about adding is there are these elementals around the island that are kind of these spirits, these ancients who care a lot about Sulani, and they want to see their world taken care of, and when you do good things,
I feel like my butt fell asleep.
Happy and pleased, and if you're bad to the island, I don't think they
may not
will
approve.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
It's like just sticking the tail.
Yeah, well, and we added some new traits with this pack that we wanted to really let, if your Sims are super in touch with the land or that's important to you, they can really get in touch with the water or the land and unlock some new behaviors.
Yeah. Okay. So from like what we've kind of seen in all the videos, it feels really inspired by like Polynesian culture. So how did you kind of go about kind of educating yourself to like bring that into the game?
Well, every time we make a world, we want to learn a lot about the influences that could go into that place, because it's not a particular real place, but it's inspired by real places. So short of flying there and researching it ourselves, we reached out.
Work that into it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, EA is a big global company, so we were able to reach out to a lot of our friends and coworkers across the company and say, hey, we're looking at exploring a place inspired by this culture.
Yeah.
And could you share with us some patterns or iconography or symbols or even items that mean something to this culture, so we can try and create them in a way that feels rich and feels authentic.
Well, questions just like, what was iconic to you, or what do you remember when you think back to living in that place?
Right, and some of our specific like decor items came exactly from those recommendations, which is really cool. It's these nice touches that I hope make it feel familiar while still feeling like a new Sims world.
Yep.
So not to make light of all that, because I think that's fantastic, but I really feel like I've been quite patient up until this point, and you haven't really mentioned it yet. Mermaids! What on earth's going on? Come on, let's cut to the chase. Mermaids! Mermaids, tell us everything.
There are mermaids.
Yes, so mermaids are in the pack. And I know
Big pop for that. Big pop for mermaids.
A very fully featured call. You can take them into cast. You can create and style your mermaid. Lots of different tails. It's a lot of fun. But also, the mermaids, they can do a little bit more. Obviously, they're very in touch with the ocean life. So, I'd recommend your mermaid meet a dolphin. That might work out for you.
Meet a dolphin!
Mermaids have some pretty cool powers that you might want to discover.
Powers? Can we call them that?
Yeah, we could say bird powers.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what they are?
There's some bit of mystery to the mermaids.
Like, don't ask me that.
They are definitely worth exploring, so I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on them.
So, of course, I would just love to keep talking about mermaids, but no conversation about The Sims would be complete without a chat about, obviously, interior design. So, kind of what's new for the architects out there. New homes, new furniture. We saw some, I'm pretty sure we saw some houses on stilts as well over the water, right?
Yeah, so I think, first and foremost, lounge chairs. We're going to go to island. We're going to live the beach life.
I don't want to sit upright if I'm relaxing. I'm sorry.
No awkward sitting on the seat.
We had to bring the lounge chairs in, but then also a lot of that decor to really capture that Polynesian feel, right? And so we wanted to make sure there was that clutter that felt authentic and let it feel like this was home.
Yeah, and you can go for this more sort of local style cabana on the beach, or you can go for something a little more high end and modern. We really wanted you to feel like you could create the getaway of your dreams.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm so 100% sold on the houses over the water. I'm much more of a kind of modern sort of house.
Yeah, for sure. And you might have noticed too, she was able to jump right off of that deck out into the water, which is great.
Best.
Like your perfect little escape.
Oh, yes. It's all good. I'm feeling the diving into the water vibe.
I know.
I can't wait to check out, obviously, the new Island Living expansion pack. And now that I've got a feeling out that some of you, that you've got some more exciting additional information as well for us. So it's not just That, you've got a bit more news
No.
to share?
You have some
Thanks.
more news. In fact, we're gonna kick to somebody else for this announcement.
Okay.
So here's Joey Graceffa.
Ooh.
Hello there, everyone. I'm Joey Graceffa, and if you didn't know, I absolutely love The Sims, and I'm so excited to announce this upcoming partnership with one of my favorite games. So this summer, The Sims is actually partnering with the amazing It Gets Better project. As part of this partnership with It Gets Better, Sims is going to be releasing Pride items in all The Sims products in the next few months. There's going to be a variety of It Gets Better and Pride clothing in Sims Free Play, the Sims mobile app, and Sims 4. There's even a gender-neutral bathroom in Sims 4, along with a bunch of other items to show off your pride. Thanks so much for letting me share this news with everyone. Now go out and enjoy your EA Play.
Oh, so
That's so cool to see.
It's
That's
better.
really, really cool
Okay.
to see. And thanks so much to Joey for showing for that. I mean, what a great partnership as well to be announcing, of course, because it's you know, it's Pride Month, it's Pride Week here in Los Angeles. How are you guys going about kind of supporting that great cause?
Well, The Sims has always been a game about being inclusive and the self-expression of
Yeah.
creating yourself and
Yeah, it
you
is.
know, and telling your
Mhm.
own story. So this is a wonderful opportunity to bring new content in the game to celebrate that.
Definitely. And I think also people don't realize how important it is sometimes, you know, when you're kind of growing up and you're figuring out who you are, you're discovering what kind of person you are and discovering, you know, about your sexuality, and being able to kind of sort of role play within games is a really, really safe place to do that. So, you know, you guys have been doing it pretty much from the start, way before everyone
Yep.
else. So it's really great. I mean, isn't that great to see? It's so, so great.
You know what? Like I like that. Like
Well, it's
I
something
know
I'm
that
really
can
proud of,
be
and having been with
a
the
bit
game a long
polarizing,
time,
but
something
from my opinion, I think that's great.
Do more.
Yeah, I love when we get to do stuff like that. It, you know, it makes what we do feel so much more powerful and meaningful. And you know, I always beam getting to tell people that I work on this game and that we do such amazing stuff. You know, and also when we get to hear from our community about the experiences they've had or how the game helped them get through a tough time in their life.
Yeah, that's
or
great.
realize
That's
something about
great.
themselves. It's just- that stuff really keeps us going as developers.
You know, like games can do a lot to people in life.
It's amazing. So when can we
You
get
know-
our hands on it?
Yeah, so Joey mentioned briefly, but starting June 18th, the Pride content will come to The Sims 4, and then it will start rolling out over The Sims Mobile and The Sims Free Play a little bit later.
That's right.
So keep an eye out for that.
Very nice.
I mean, that's great, but I mean, I think you've actually got, this is such a ridiculous, and it's back to back, right? What else? You've got something else that you want to announce in the summer. What's going on?
We actually had, I think, 2 more things we wanted to talk
Two
about.
more things. Two more things.
I'm gonna let Lindsay talk about this.
All right, so first of all, earlier this year, we announced our partnership with Moschino by releasing a real-world capsule collection of looks inspired by The Sims. I see some of them, and I'm very excited. And we had a hoodie that was actually put into all of our Sims games. So later this summer, we're going to be bringing that fashion and more to the Sims 4 Moschino Stuff Pack.
Amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
So not only are we going to be looking pretty special, but what if we want to kind of go and strut our stuff somewhere else and like really show off the outfits that we've got?
Well, so I think one of the things that I'm most excited about in this stuff pack is for the first time, we're actually going to add a career as part of a stuff pack.
Okay.
And so we've decided the perfect career for this pack
Okay.
is a part-time job as a freelance fashion photographer, so you can capture all those amazing looks
Yeah,
your Sims
okay.
can now rock.
That's so me.
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
That's
Looks
going to
really
be
good.
amazing.
I'm excited.
Wow, well, we've covered so much so far. A new expansion, a new partnership, a new stuff pack, but we're not done yet, folks.
Oh, no.
No, we're not.
Michael and Lindsay
They're like,
brought
nope.
one more big surprise for all of you guys.
Well,
so
I
take it away.
yes, I know you're all hoping, so we thought maybe we could tell you which game pack we had in mind.
Ooh, I don't know. I think maybe we could conjure up something.
All right, Mike, I'll let you spell it out for them.
The next game pack for The Sims 4 is Realm of Magic.
Ooh. Man,
That's amazing.
This-
I mean,
the
where
pop
can
is
we get more
big.
info on this? I mean, aside from the
I think I've heard more pops from Sims 4 than any of the other live streams from
So
EA.
you'll have to wait a little more.
But it is coming this fall.
It is coming this fall.
Yes. Wow. I can't wait. These guys clearly can't wait. So,
We've
Lindsay
had
and
a
Mike.
couple community members asking.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's,
We're
it's
very
a popular
excited. Who
request.
doesn't love a little bit of magic?
Yes, it's true.
So big thank you to Lindsay and Michael, and thank you so so much for showing us what's next in The Sims 4. So, let's just quickly recap this, because there's a few things to get through and it's hot and you might have forgotten. So, the Island Living reveal trailer is live now. The expansion is playable here at EA Play, and you can play it at home soon. The It Gets Better Pride content starts rolling out, and in a few weeks, and the Moschino stuff pack comes out later this summer. So don't forget to check out all the Sims social channels for even more info and launch dates. So that's it for The Sims. It's been an exciting day here with so
About 20 minutes. About 20 minutes for The
join the
Sims.
fan fest and get my hands on the Island Living expansion pack. So from all of us here, goodbye. We'll see you later.
All right, and I think that's it. I think that's the whole live stream. I don't think they're going to be doing it. Oh, nope. Greg Miller has to end it all.
For watching EA Play 2019. We hope you enjoyed all these exciting reveals. Skate 4. I'm sorry, we just ran out of time. I'm Greg Miller. And I'd say I had a lot of fun hosting this show.
That dude is
the worst
left.
would have been a lie. This has been the worst. I've been yards from all these great games. Haven't been able to go play any of them. Now's my time. If you're in Los Angeles, come out and see everything we've got for you in person. If you're not in Los Angeles or you're just lazy like me, don't worry, because these games will be in your hand before you know it.
Yep.
This has been EA Play 2019. I'm done.
Done?
Go play now?
Can I go play? Great. Awesome. Yeah.
Where's my Sherpa? Where's Snowbike Mike? Come on. What are we gonna see? What do we gotta see? What do we gotta see? Yeah. Okay.
Snowbike Mike? Yeah. Come over there. I love Greg Miller. I love that dude. He's so good at it. So, all right. Let's go ahead and switch on back now. Woo! All right. All right, let's transition back. All right, so that was honest. Okay, so first, just for EA Play itself, just to kind of do a quick recap, as we have said, as I've stated in the DualShock E3, prepare for E3. This is honestly the best way for EA to do their press conferences. If they do this again in 2020, honestly, this is the way to do it. Is that you choose your games that you want to show off, and then you just do big deep dives into it. Because normal press conferences at past E3s, you have to show Madden, you have to show FIFA, and then any other sports games, if they're there, like, you have to show those off. And normally it's like, all right, I'm here for these games, Star Wars, and blah 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 blah. And then the sports games come up, and I'm like, all right, let's just get through this. And having just a half hour, the sports games, for people who care about them, you get a really good, massive, in-depth look at them. And then, and even for me, I don't care about Madden, I don't care about FIFA. But it was really cool to see what aspects they were going to bring to this game. I think that's honestly a better way to do it. Even from me, like, I don't care about those games. Those aren't games that I'm looking forward to. But I think that it's really cool that, like, if for FIFA you have the Volta Soccer, which is like street football, street soccer, and then for Madden you have the X Factor and like the supers and that kind of thing. That's really, really cool. And, like, you get to spend more time on a specific game. We didn't get any surprises. It was just, you're going to see Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Apex Legends, Battlefield 5, Madden, FIFA 20, Madden 20, and Sims 4. So, and great. That's awesome. So, let's go down the list. So, first, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Seeing that gameplay, I'm like, yep, I'm looking forward to that. I love that gameplay, the way it's done. It's that strategic, like, combat that you have from, like, For Honor, or that kind of thing. I think that is honestly the way a lot of third-person action adventure games are going to be going when it comes to, like, melee combat. Is that Dark Souls style, kind of thing. And I like the gameplay. I think what I want to see at Microsoft tomorrow is a story trailer. If I get a story trailer and I know what's happening, kind of like the overall arcing story, like, I need for me, I love the combat, and I'm pretty much in, but I want to know what the story is about, like kind of that kind of thing, if that makes any sense. Next, after that, we got Apex Legends. So we got the new event, Legendary Hunt. We got some guns, which is it was the L-Star, which is from Titanfall, which looked really cool. And then we got a new, we got Season 2 happening, so there's going to be tons of content coming out for that. And then we got our new Legend, which is Wattson. And as I've stated before, during the Apex part of it is... I like how Wattson plays very differently to the rest of the Apex Legends in it, where she's more of a support class. You put up these barriers, and like when enemies pass through it, your whole squad gets pinged to let them know, hey, this person's here. And you have your super or your ultimate. When you activate it, the closer you are to like pretty much the generator, you have overshields, and then tons of you just pretty much are bombing that entire area, and then you can put up fences even faster. Like I really like that, and it's a permanent until it gets destroyed, which is really cool. I like that. With Apex Legends, one of the things I kind of started to talk about is that with Apex Legends, the reason why it doesn't have the fan base that it used to have when it first came out is because it has faltered. And honestly, it's okay. It has its now core fan base. Like, it's pretty much stable and it's going to be there. It's not going to dip. It's not going to... But, like, if it could rise, the reason why it kind of... Fortnite is still the number one, where Apex is number two. Like, Apex is not dead. If you hear anyone saying that Apex is dead, it's not. Not at all. It's just that it's no longer have the number of players that it had when it first came out. When it first came out, it was the brand new thing. And, you had Ninja and other people playing it. And now it has its fan base. And one of the things I think, if Apex can do this, they can get some fans back and get some people back into playing it, is that they need to put out content at a more rapid pace. But we have also heard from news articles that over at Epic Games, the people who make Fortnite, there's been a lot of crunch that's been happening over there, and that's kind of been really rough on the employees, the developers at Epic. So, I mean, there has to be this, balance that you have to do. You have to put out content all the time, so that way people will want to continue to come back. But if you put, what I've seen Apex do is here's a big truckload of content when it first hits, or when Season 2 hits, it's just a big truckload of content. And then after you get through that content, if there's nothing more, people are going to go off and play other games. And if you want to build that, you need to put out more content. But the people who are playing Apex and who love Apex, and that's the style that they want, and that's awesome. I think really... Respawn needs to just respond to their core audience, just their fan base that is playing the game. That's who you need to talk to. I don't think if they try to, if they try to be we're going to be the one that takes down Fortnite, you're not. It's not. Focus on your fan base. If you try to be the guys that take down Fortnite, you're just going to hurt yourselves, and you're going to muddle your product, and I don't think that's the way you want to do it. So just focus on the content, and that's what I think they're going to be doing. So it was Apex Legends, then we got Battlefield 5, and with that we got some new maps. We got a ton of content. We got new maps. We got a new theater of war, which looks really, really cool. As I said before, with Battlefield 5, the reason why I like Battlefield is because of its open maps. The bigger maps. That's what I mean. The bigger maps. Not the open maps. Bigger maps. Because Call of Duty has smaller maps. Battlefield makes Battlefield so cool and so interesting is the bigger maps with the tanks and the planes and that kind of stuff. And really, if they can kind of focus in on that, that's what I think would be really good. And the people who are playing Battlefield again, they have their fan base and people are playing it. It'd be really interesting to see if, people come back and play more, Battlefield. So we got that. Then we got FIFA 20, which we had the big talk about the Volta football, which is the street soccer, the street football. I think that's really cool, and if that mode is in FIFA 20, I think that's really, really cool. That's a new aspect. That's a new mode that's in it. Because when it comes to sports games, a lot of the time it's just, here's a new roster, and, nothing really has changed. So, having this whole just big new mode, it's just boom, in that's very interesting. Again, sports games is not my cup of tea, so I'm looking at this from the perspective of someone who likes soccer, who likes football, who likes FIFA, and I think that is the biggest aspect that can bring people in on that. And then we got Madden 20. I think Madden had much more changes in its game than FIFA did. FIFA just kind of had Volta, and that's it. It's a new mode. That's it. Where with Madden, they're like, we want to be as authentic as we can, and we want to give these X factors to these star players. Which, as I said when we were watching Madden, like, I don't watch football, but I'm from Wisconsin, born and raised in Green Bay, and I care about the Packers, and I want to see what X factors like Aaron Rodgers and some of the guys from the Packers have. I would love to see like what's their X factor, and then how that came to be. And they talked about the animations and stuff like that. I thought that was really interesting. They wanted to be more authentic. And that's what you want out of a sports game. I play wrestling, I play WWE, and I want the authenticity of like the entrances and the moves, so that way when I pull off a finisher, I feel like I'm pulling off that wrestler's finisher. The same thing goes for football, is that you for the cover player, I think it was Mahomes, I apologize if I get this wrong, but like his X factor is the bazooka, where he can throw the longest out of anyone in the game, but that's a real thing. His stats in football, in the NFL, is that he has one of the longest throws, or he can throw the longest yards in the game of the NFL. So that's really good that they're kind of like matching up. They're not like, oh, here's an X factor, here's a super for this guy because let's give him a super. They're trying to match up. This is what this person is good at. This is their stats, that kind of thing. We're going to give them this thing to go do in the game. I thought that was really cool. And then we got a little bit of talk from we got a little bit of tidbit from Anthem, which it has been rough for BioWare. It has been rough for the game Anthem, and as I said in my review, I wanted to like it, wanted to get behind it, but I couldn't because of just how muddy, like just how much of a mess the game was, and it infuriates me, and it upsets me because I wanted to like this game, and I really do hope that we're going to be getting more, like it's going to be fixed and it gets better, and EA and BioWare doesn't just drop this game and then they move on to the next one. Like, fix this game, work on this game, bring the people back. If you can do that, like, that would be really good. So we're going to be getting like the Cataclysm event, or the next part in the game. So they're working on that. And then we even got, there's even going to be more support for Star Wars Battlefront 2. So actually, I really like it that DICE hasn't just dropped Battlefront 2. They know they messed up when it came out. They fixed a lot of things with it, and they even fixed now. And they're still supporting it. They're still putting more stuff. Like, for instance, there's a mode, not Conquest, but I can't remember what it was. But you can go to Naboo and play that, which wasn't available before. They're going to be putting in new outfits, so like Anakin from Episode 2, I believe. And like they've even talked about, they want to put more Clone Wars stuff, more prequel stuff, more like that kind of thing. And it would be really interesting to see if they do put in more content from the new trilogies, from Episode 7, 8, and 9. But I do like it that DICE is continuing to support Battlefront 2. And then finally we got The Sims 4, which we got a new expansion for the island, which looked really nice. And we got like with the island expansion, you can now go from land to water. You can now swim in the water. Mermaids are in it. You can interact like with tons of animals, with dolphins and fish. You can build like these huts in it. You have different careers. You can be a scuba diver instructor. You can be a wildlife conservationist. I think I said the word right. Where you can go ahead and pick up trash and clean up the beach. And then there's going to be new stuff for the Shimo, which I don't really know. I think that's like physical merch. I might be wrong. I think that's what it is. And then there's going to be they're going to be adding a the realm of magic, which may be another expansion or it's another thing in Sims 4, and that's in fall. So, like, yeah, I mean, really, the only thing that I cared about, the only thing that I'm like, all right, I'm here for this this one thing, and it was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'm happy. I'm going to pre-order it. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see, as I said, I want to see at Microsoft's press conference a story trailer. Straight up and down a story trailer. I've seen the combat. I'm in. I loved it where you could just like go ahead and pull someone. And like my favorite part was he pulled someone and then he shot before he pulled. It was shot out a bullet and then pulled him and then had that bullet that was being shot at Cal. The stormtrooper took that bullet instead because he did slow on that. That was awesome. And there's tons of aspects I really liked about it. And that game, I will say, like, I'm still being cautious because I've been excited for Battlefront 1, got burned. Excited for Battlefront 2, got burned. So I really don't want to get burned on this game. Because I want to like it. This is everything that I wanted. A single-player, narrative-driven Star Wars game. This is what I've been asking for. This is what I've been wanting. This kind of game is the reason why I'm a gamer. As I said, some of my favorite video games in all of time is Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars. Like I even like Obi-Wan. Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast. Like, I love those games. So I'm looking forward to that. Apex Legends, awesome. I know the people are excited for the new Legend. Battlefield 5, nice. Madden 20, FIFA 20, good additions. Again, not my cup of tea. But hey, if you guys are, awesome. Awesome. I really want you guys to be excited for these games. And I'm only going to go ahead, I wanted to cover all of it and take it from the perspective and maybe see it from a perspective of someone who doesn't play those games and maybe see it from a perspective who does. So yeah, that was not bad at all. And actually it was easier to digest the EA Play instead of a EA press conference, because last year's EA press conference was just a nightmare. You had streamers, which is awesome. I like it that they're talking to streamers and they're working with them, but it was just a mess. Some of them didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what to read. Like, it was a mess. Where here, if you only cared about Jedi Fallen Order, you could just watch that and then be on your day. If you just want to watch The Sims, you could just watch that and be on your day. You could pick and choose what you wanted to watch. You didn't have to be there for the full, what was it? I think it was like 2.5 hours, 3 hours of it. I did because I wanted to cover it all for you. But this is the way that EA has to do it for the next years to come. Because now they can go, these are the games we want to talk about, these 5, these 6, whatever. And then you can pick and choose what you want to watch. Half hour, deep dive into the game, and that's it. And that way you can pick and choose, because not a lot of people care about FIFA. Not a lot of people care about Madden. You have your different subsets of people who care about these things. So, honestly, props to EA on doing this. Oh, and then before I end this off, we also had there's going to be Pride content coming out to Sims, and then they're going to be doing a charity event to anti-bullying, cyber anti-bullying, which for me personally, I think that's a great thing to be putting into the game. Putting Pride content into Sims 4, I think that's great, and that's the perfect place to put it in there. Because I do have friends of mine who are from the LGBT community who play Sims, and like having that in there is fantastic, and I think that's a great thing to have. And then anything about, you know, anti-bullying, because I've been bullied in the past and when I was a kid, and, you know, I didn't really have any of these things. And now with how, you know, I was bullied in school, I didn't have the internet when I was a kid. Now we have cyberbullying, so like people will play online, playing Apex, playing any online game, and people can be bullied. Kids can be bullied on there, and honestly, having these outlets, these resources of how to deal with it is very, very good. And I do like it that EA is putting this towards a charity. I'm all for that. For me, when it comes to these kind of these kind of things, charities, that kind of stuff, I'm all for. I'm very, very happy with that. But you know, we will see. We will see when these games come out how good they are and how well they do, and really I want EA to get back to being the EA that I remember back in the I want to play good EA games. I want to get behind them. And really, like, when Jedi Fallen Order comes out, I really want to have a good time with that. But yeah, I think I covered everything. So guys, thank you so much for staying here, watching the stream, watching it with me. All of that, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/brotherhoodofgeeks. Like, share, comment. We always appreciate that. And then if you haven't already, press the bell icon. That way, whenever we put up a video, you know we put up a video. You can also follow us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/thebrotherhoodofgeeks. And you can also follow me and the channel and the rest of the guys on Twitter at DualShocked BOG. That's the name of our PlayStation podcast, DualShocked BOG. And then you can also watch when we live stream gameplay, E3, that kind of stuff on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/brotherhoodofgeeks. I think I got everything covered. Whew. That was definitely a press conference, and it honestly wasn't too bad. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm Brett J. Rasmussen, and as always, live to play, play together. I'll see you guys next time.